Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Another happy landing.
This podcast is part of the Red 5 Network. For more Red 5 Network podcasts, visit red5network.com.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Escape Pod. Big Lovin, DellaSnooch. Gonna get right into it. Tell you what we're about, how things are.
A lovely woman. She is not a trampy whore.
You don't know that.
I know that. Oh my God.
Somebody was making babies with all those male Smurfs.
It wasn't Smurfette.
Who the fuck was it?
It was the Smurf on
was
Whore
it Papa
Island.
Smurf?
It was the Smurf on Whore Island.
So that's Saturday night is when we tried to watch Hawkeye, and my daughter, at this point,
Fuck Hallmark.
we'd
May
been
the force be with you.
And go blue.
I really do have to pee. Should I just jump in?
In the pool. Pee in the pool.
In the pool?
Be a man.
I don't know. You can't see.
We can see it.
No, you can't.
You ain't got a hair on your ass. You don't jump in that fucking pool.
All right, you ready to listen to it? I'm jumping
We're here
in. Underwear only. Here we go.
Attaboy.
The Snickers were for me. if
Yeah.
you didn't- if
well,
you
there's
didn't.
little peanut butter
Just
cups.
a
in
little
it.
hungry.
Yeah, but there might be raisins.
Yes, but you put the cups and the raisins together, it does something great.
Like make you vomit.
Come in here, I'm all laser focused, trying to get everything in, and Brady's like,
Let's fucking rock and roll.
Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Another happy
should have programmed one of these buttons to say happy birthday, but instead we'll just give him a happy birthday wee.
Yeah.
You can buy.
What's up, everybody? I'm Big Lovin, and this is DellaSnooch. And these two fucks are Dave and Jason from a Gen X point of view.
So, ladies and gentlemen, and even the fans of this show, Brady and I would like to introduce an actor you may recognize from spots on shows like Veep, NCIS, Desperate Housewives, The Superstore, and more recently, a well-respected bounty hunter, Gecko, on Disney Plus's Star Wars Mandalorian. Escapees, I give you Dominic Pace.
Hey, gentlemen, how are you?
Now to speak up for himself, Jason Roscom.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome to the Escape Pod, episode 55, the Snyder Cut. Clankety clank, bitch.
They got some of that when I remembered to turn your mic on.
Oh, that's fan-fucking-tastic. Oh, well. Welcome.
We're still Big Lovin' and Don DellaSnooch, though.
Yeah, that's true. That hasn't changed.
Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Another happy landing.
World's
The
turned
boys
upside
helped with
down.
that.
You can't buy toilet paper.
Which makes no sense to me. I
Yeah.
still don't get that one.
Well, you know, you gotta have something extra to wipe when you're scared shitless.
I just let it all go. You go to Taco Bell once and you just let it happen.
Listen, Elsa, you
No.
just can't go letting it go all the time.
Yes, you can. She had a sequel. That proves you can fucking do
Yeah,
it.
special episode. Not really.
Yeah,
I'm
hey,
talking
we appreciate all our Patreons, but we just want to give a special shout out to our newest ones. They did it live when we were on air last week, which was really cool because we both got the notification on our phone saying that they did it. So just wanted to give a special shout out to Richie, the King Armbruster, and Ron Oldman Johnson. Just say thanks, guys. We greatly appreciate
Dragon
it.
Buddy loves Firefly.
See, there you go.
Yes. Love it, dude. Love it strong.
Love it tender, love it sweet.
No! Love it strong!
Moving. He spit fucking beer out on the fucking table.
I gotta piss so bad, dude.
Finally, I can pee. Holy shit. 100
That's awesome.
episodes.
Yeah, 2 years.
Clankety clank, bitches.
Clankety clank.
We got Dave and Jason with us from the Sidebar Cantina podcast. They've been here before, but we like them and they come back sometimes.
What's up, boys?
Hello.
Yeah. I fucking love it.
Well played, sir.
These are the gentlemen that birthed us.
They are.
We are indeed. It was painful. It really was. It was a breach for sure.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
breathing.
Brady's the breach baby for sure.
They stretched me out.
Oh shit.
It's super interesting because me and Brady got our first podcasting outing on your 100th episode.
That's right. Jason's sporting the 100th episode.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, you guys came here to Starkiller Studios, aka my house. Just showed up one day out of the blue. You said you were coming, David, and like, will they really show up? No, they're not really driving out here. Sure as shit, you guys drove out here.
Yeah,
And it was great.
Fuckers actually showed. Like, oh, goddamn.
That was I had an absolute fucking blast. That's where the itch came from. Like, listening to your show is one thing, and then being on the show, it was like, we got to do this. Like, this is fun. This is a lot of fun.
Yep.
And it was crazy having all four of us here in the studio too. So it wasn't like all remote or anything. It was, we were all here crammed around this little table.
Yeah, and what's funny is Jason and I were talking about it. Like, so we're notoriously bad at having guests, right? Like, you got Dragon Buddy merged in there seamlessly with you guys, right? And Jason and I are like, we have just, we have our dynamic, and having two extra dudes show up, just like from basically, you might as well have been from fucking Mars. Right. And they're like, we don't know these motherfuckers. They could be serial killers.
Right.
And you show up and Brady is my analog. He's like, he brought the beer.
Yeah. Case of Corona.
Research. And Don was there with his fucking notes, and he's like all
12
prepared.
pages, like front and back of notes, mind you.
And then we did the show, and it was fucking amazing. So yes, cheers to you gentlemen for your 100th episode.
Thank you.
So when we decided that we were going to come out there, like, we literally had no idea what doing a podcast is like. We were like, I'd be like talking, but we had no idea what you guys' studio was like. In fact, like, I remember telling you guys when we got there, I thought that for whatever reason that there was a window at the end of the table that you guys were at. And I don't know why. Like, it makes no fucking sense that there would be a window there.
Yeah.
But it's that illusion, I guess, of them, people being on the screen.
Yeah, because I think back in those days too, we only had the one camera, right? So we only had the one fixed perspective, and it was straight down the table.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you got this like wide view of Jason and I just from the side, and we still kind of do the side to side thing, right? The only times that you see Jason and I full frontal is now,
Like right now,
right?
yeah.
Like when we're on remote. So yeah, getting that perspective of like, wow, there's like this space around you, and that's why, like, you guys doing with the backdrops and having the idea that you have to kind of surround yourself with something that, like, hey, this is what makes this space interesting. This is what makes it a studio, and not just you're in here, you're bullshitting. And Dragon Buddy's got the same thing. Look, he's got your pops, you got your fucking poster.
Wait, what does he have?
The sacred Jedi pops.
Yes. Pops. You got your posters and everything else, and it makes it part of the whole experience. And you guys jumped right the fuck in on it.
Oh, dude, there was so much stuff that setting up the pot, like, we had to use the only podcast we knew of. So it was like, well, they had it set up like this, and it was this way, and we gotta do, and then they had this shit over here, and it was like, that was all I knew for a podcast.
Well, we were just winging it at that point too. We didn't know what the fuck we were doing. So
we're still winging it, for God's sakes. I mean, we just finally got a decent fucking what's it call it? Mixer, that thing, yeah. The thing that's caused us nonstop problems for the past 2 years.
What did you guys end up getting, by the way?
The thing, the Roadmaster.
Roadcaster?
Yeah, the same thing you guys have now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I love it.
They got a Buick.
Yeah.
We got the Dickmaster 3000.
Yep. All dick, no slip.
I walk into the studio and it's all Jason could do is like, listen, these are the ones, put their headphones on. These are the ones we got now.
It's like a brand new toy that I can't stop playing with.
Yeah, I did that for a little bit when we first had it, where I was like, oh, I can program this and this and this. And now we just have like the standards. We play the hits, you know?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, I want to say that I love the fact that you guys kept that Obi-Wan Hello There intro music this whole time.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember, I'm the one who actually came up with that when we first started posting it.
Yeah.
We never wanted to change it.
Yeah.
Nope. That was perfect right up from the beginning. So we were like, we're going to rock that until the end.
Yeah. And we get so many fucking compliments and we never give you any fucking credit for it.
Right.
That's perfectly fine.
That's you know what? That's par for the course for Jason.
Pretty much.
Jason has all these brilliant ideas, does all this work in the background, and somebody else always gets credit.
Oh shit! As a matter of, I'll give you credit too. You put us on your fucking podcast stream.
Yeah. Yep. We started off on your podcast stream.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, that's true with the ATSW. Yeah, when we had the All Things Star Wars.
For like the first 4 or 5 shows, they actually ran on your stream.
That's right.
We uploaded their audio, but then they grew up and became real boys.
Yeah, we got our own YouTube channels.
Yes, for those who aren't in the know, when you see ATSW presents or ATSW the Escape Pod, it comes from these guys because these guys initially were All Things Star Wars podcast. So when we decided to do our show, we asked for their blessing to have ATSW, and we're not getting rid of it.
Yeah, because now we're anchored to that shit like a fucking baby.
Yeah,
it's going nowhere.
It's nice to have the A in there too, because it's going to move you up like in the podcast directory, like when you're in an alphabetical listing.
I don't know if anybody has ever been like, well, I seen you guys on like the first page, and I was like, them's the guys for us.
There you go.
But maybe, I mean, the theory's sound.
Marketing 101. You want to be on the first page somehow or another. It's like when you Google something. Hacking. Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Brought the axe.
Do we give them an act?
Yeah, absolutely.
So what's really funny, and this is one of the great things about you guys, the few times that I've gotten the opportunity to jump in there and try and derail your chat, the sole purpose in life of the chat is derailment.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
It's with your show. It's with, honestly, it's with most shows. But the amount of just material that you guys have made off of the chat derailment, it's just been epic. And I know you have other guests you're going to have on. I think you're going to have Sweet on to get to talk some about that. We saw some of the smurfing stuff that was on. I remember being in the chat for the Smurf stuff when that was happening.
Hands down is one of my favorite things that has ever fucking happened on this show. Because we were talking about a wholesome movie like The Rocketeer.
Yeah.
And then
that's right. We were talking about The Rocketeer.
And then we started talking about horse Smurfs that live on a magical island in the middle of the fucking woods.
I do have that whole clip. I'm going to play that here pretty soon. There was another show that had like a real interesting moment too. I think you were in the chat, Dave. It was the Doctor Who show.
Oh, I definitely wasn't in that one.
You weren't in the chat for that?
No, I'm not a Doctor Who guy, so I definitely wasn't.
Okay,
wasn't
so
in that one. I might. Well,
you're familiar with the property, though, right?
Yeah.
There's all the there's all the doctors that have changed, and there's the Daleks that they fight, and
Cybermen
and whatnot.
Oh, this was the coolest shit that ever
It was.
fucking happened.
So we're doing a show about Doctor Who, and somebody got in the chat. I don't know if they had some kind of bot or something, but there was literally all 12 doctors,
13
doctors,
Yep.
and Daleks and Cybermen, and they had a fucking fight
in our chat.
in the chat.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
It was the coolest shit.
We're just sitting there talking about Doctor Who, and the chat is like, "Don't worry, streamer, we'll take care of this. Where's the 8th Doctor?" And it was like, what is going on in the chat?
And then all of a sudden, the 8th Doctor's like, "Here I am."
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Talk about fucking derailing shit. Like that was a show in and of itself.
When you just want to sit there and just watch the chat go by, like, what is happening right now?
Yeah, it was hard to do a show while something more cool was happening in the chat.
So the other question I have for you guys, and then I'll let Jason talk because this is what I tend to do, right? I'm gonna, although I guess when Jason's running the show, he talks most of the time, and I just interrupt. But
It's about 50-50.
is it? It's tough for me to tell.
You guys have a good balance.
So with the YouTube stuff, right? So we have the chat, and to me, this is probably the best part of it, right? We're a podcast, right? That's our kind of our bread and butter is getting out there as a podcast. But the YouTube part, I think, is what's really made this community a little bit closer. Like, you know, we got part of the Red 5 network because of you guys making that connection. But even all the Red 5ers that I've been able to interact with is really because of YouTube, not necessarily as much because of the podcast, because of the chat. Right.
Yeah.
So the YouTube to me is almost as important as the podcast at some point. You know what I mean?
Totally agree. It's a third member of the conversation. Well, in our case, a fourth member of the conversation.
Yeah.
Well, speaking from experience, I started in the chat with you and Dave and Jason, and Don and Brady. It was Kelly saying, "Listen, if you don't have time to watch when they're live because you're working, just put them on," and then being like, "I want to be in the chat with all these guys because it was fun," and not looking back, and now I'm part of the show. Just hanging out in the chats all the time.
One of us.
One of us.
Yep. And we're gonna let Kelly kind of tell that story at the end because it is a good story.
It's neat.
Go ahead, Jason. I'll let you talk now.
Well, I was just going to say, too, like outside of the Red 5 and the YouTube, I also think it's pretty cool that you guys really started this whole spreading of what we now call the Sidebar Cantina family, right? You guys started, we had Scott and Kim doing Used and Abused after that. They kind of branched off and started doing their thing. The Orange and Fetch show. So all of this kind of spawned from this little community that we had built with all things Star Wars. And I just... Layman's terms, yeah. And I'm sure I'm leaving more out, but just this little community that Dave and I had kind of built with all things Star Wars kind of, became something bigger. And then we became all part of something else bigger with Red 5. But I love that it all kind of started to blossom and become a lot more than just the Dave and Jason show. It's the whole Sidebar Cantina family at this point.
Right. I love how there are inside jokes between us and you guys, and if you don't watch either or, you don't fucking know.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
And then, like, what the fuck are they talking about?
And I like one of the things that I still get a kick out of is our like internal. We still have our Facebook group, the caravan. What
Galactic Refugee Caravan.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, our 4-way group chat.
Yeah,
that started on the way for the 100th episode for you guys.
That chat's over 2 years old.
Yeah,
well
because
over 2 years old.
Huh?
Well over 2 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and what's funny is that got started because we didn't have your phone numbers. Because again, this is how we did not know them. We did not know these guys. These were listeners.
But they were on their way to my house, basically.
Yeah, we didn't.
They had Jason's address, not mine.
I think, like, seriously, the last moment before stepping out of the Uber before getting to Jason's house was like, I looked at him. I'm like, what if this goes really fucking bad?
Yeah.
It could have been so different. Yeah. And especially you guys staying at that Red Roof Inn or whatever the fuck it was down the street from my house. I'm just like, man, it's a long way to go. But we force marched you through Philly. That
was every once in a while you get to go to a new place and you spend a lot of useless time going the wrong direction or looking at or missing something because you were looking over here, and you were like the best fucking tour guide I've ever had.
Yeah, Dave knows his shit.
I know a little bit about that city. So
He knew stuff about how stones were laid in the fucking center of the city. Like, it's not for nothing. Like, I'm not gonna read that on the internet.
Right. And there was nowhere around where you took us where they're like, this was the first fucking stone right here. You're like, no, nobody knows that. Dave knows that.
Here it is, right here. Yeah. So we got and you guys got cheesesteaks and
we got scrapple.
Yeah,
and you
we
had
got scrapple. It was dryer lint.
That was my first time too for Scrapple, by the way.
Last time?
No, my first time.
Yeah, it wasn't the last time.
Well, we'll see. Jury's still out.
I have that shit multiple times a week. I mean,
it's
Dragon Buddy. You're a NEPA guy, so you know.
I know.
We
Scrapple's
have
good.
Scrapple in our lives.
Yeah, I'm not from the Northeast, so I'm still a transplant.
Yeah.
I think that had to be something you were raised on, because if you're not from there, it's just like meat, juice, and dryer lint.
Funny enough, I was never. My family was like, Scrapple. Yeah, we do bacon and sausage. But going to the local diners and stuff, and finally just saying, I think I was like 15 or 16. It was like, what's Scrapple? And then going, it's so crispy and salty and good. And
yeah.
It's
that
over.
and pork roll.
Oh yeah.
Oh god. When I hear people arguing about pork roll versus Taylor ham or whatever, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Why are these people getting so emotionally invested in this? I don't understand.
It's not an argument. It's called pork roll.
Exactly.
Taylor ham.
Whatever, man.
The brand name. Anyway, we're not going to talk about this right now. Not really a thing.
That was really the first time I'd ever been to that little section of the country too.
Yeah,
like I'd been to DC, but y'all got a vibe over there.
Yeah, it's completely different.
Yeah, and South Jersey and the Philly area, far different from like North Jersey or what most people think of.
Crazy is how Philadelphia and Jersey were like boom, boom, we're like right here, and like you don't know that until you're right on top of it.
Yeah, and you guys got to experience the shore a little bit, even though it was fucking cold as shit.
We've got a great picture of the four of us, and I'm freezing my ass off. I'm like huddled up in a hoodie. I've got the fucking hood up.
Yep.
I'm in the background, just kind of looking miserable.
Yep, and we're from Michigan, so we're like, it's chilly.
Yeah,
yeah.
It wasn't that bad. Thankfully, the sun was out.
No, I bet it was 50 degrees, 55 degrees.
Yeah, I think it was windy.
It was very windy.
Ocean breeze.
Yeah, but so the other part was too, like as we were driving back from the how you doing? I think we're on our way to White Castle when Brady and I are talking, and we happened to realize I was talking about an engineer in the squadron.
Holy shit! Yeah,
I was talking about an engineer in the squadron, and we're like start talking, and like, dude, we're talking about the same person, right? And the fact that the guy that I'm working with in this fucking squadron happens to be was friends with you. Yeah. He's sitting next to this dude who I just met yesterday in my fucking car, who found us through a podcast,
right?
Yeah,
you know, that we're listening to.
It's a small world, man. It's a fucking small. That blew my fucking circuits too, man.
Yeah,
I was like, this is fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's a small Air Force for sure. And then you like, it's a special thing, man. It really is, and I enjoy our relationship.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And I'm really stoked that you guys are still kicking it, man. It's fun. I was just saying to Jason the other day, like when we do our show, I'm super busy all the time, as I'm sure you can gather just from like watching the show. But you know, for me, that Monday night is a good way for me to focus on something else, to be a little bit goofy, you know, kind of like let go a little bit. And just, I look forward to that time. And the fact that like, it's a connection to so many people. It's a way to maintain relationships, but it's really, really low maintenance.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
It works.
Yeah. Like I can maintain a lot of relationships, and all
low maintenance for him.
What? I mean,
no, it's the same over here. Like,
yeah.
I mean, Brady definitely contributes. Speaking of which, you got Kristen's cup done yet?
Hey, we're doing the 100th episode, man. You need to focus.
But I have like I probably have like 5 hours, 6 hours that I put into the show, give or take, depending on the topic throughout the week. And Brady comes in and he's like, I'm here and I have funny.
Yes.
And it's just,
But it works, right?
Yeah.
And I'm over here going, hey, you got the link yet?
Right.
Yeah.
But like also I'm not raising children.
Neither am I.
It's me and Tisha here. Like the only reason I'm super fucking busy is because I picked up extra jobs. like
a
who
psycho.
does that?
Like a psycho.
Yeah. Yeah, and my dumbass has decided he wanted to start a grad school too, just because I'm
Like a
busy.
psycho. What the fuck is wrong with these people?
I don't know.
Because you got to do more.
I don't.
I want to do less in life.
Yes,
That is my
yes.
whole goal in life, is to do less from here on out.
Limitations are weak sauce.
Listen, if I do more now, then hopefully I can do less later.
See, the key word is hopefully.
Hopefully.
Exactly. If I
Because
can make it that long,
Right.
make it pay off.
yeah. Or you're
Then,
going to work your
yeah.
ass off for 60 years, drop dead of a fucking stroke, and then what's it all for?
Take a nap, man. Just take a nap.
It's just lay down. It's all good, man. It's all good.
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm trying to get most of this shit done before 50.
Facts.
So that 50 to 60 can be a little more chill,
Big facts.
and 60 to retirement even chiller.
Yep. That's
So
why I want to have all these like milestones, like all this
Yep.
all this shit. I want all that shit checked off so I can go to work every day, earn that pension, that next retirement, so that when that clicks off and boom, I hit the magic number, then all right, I'm done. I don't have anything to prove to anybody, and I could just fucking relax and hit golf balls and
Yep.
enjoy life.
Yeah.
Not that I'm not enjoying life now.
What's that?
I said, I just hope I make it to tomorrow.
I was just always raised like you make hay while the sun shines because it's going to rain later. So, 40 to 50, I feel like I can crunch. So that's why I'm busy.
Yeah. No, it's not wrong. Or some of us work to hide from other things. At least that's what my therapist says.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
I got. Oh,
Admitting
sorry.
you have a problem is the first way to getting better, apparently.
Yeah. I got one more clip I want to play while we got you guys on.
Okay.
Oh boy, let's
And
see it.
we'll talk about it for a brief second before we let you go. Ready?
Yeah.
Yep. See, at Gen X POV. But they are from a Gen X point of view when you're looking for them on iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, all that good shit.
True story.
It is a true story. I would never lie to people about Gen X point
I
of
would
view.
never lie to you
No, I don't even
about
know.
the Gen X point of view.
Oh, motherfucker. Hell yeah.
Cause
All right.
the summer of legends.
No, Summer Legends fucking stopped at episode 150 part 2. Fuck you, Jason.
You remember when we did episode 150 part 2 and then it never happened in
No,
reality?
it never fucking happened. The Matrix fucking glitched out and it never fucking happened.
Yeah.
Episode 150 part 2 never fucking happened.
Never happened.
If you guys think you heard it, you didn't. It's
Yep.
all a lie.
It was like the X-Files. You were either there when it happened or it didn't fucking
Yep,
happen.
because it didn't happen. You can talk to the cigarette man. He'll tell you.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Still holding on to hope.
Yeah.
I think we just need to leave it alone and just let it be one of those great mysteries that only the people in the know about.
I don't even know, and I was there.
Oh, I don't know if you could be considered to be there during that because you were way
You were
out
properly tuned up.
Yeah, I was on autopilot for sure.
Mm.
Like,
Physically
Yeah, we
present.
had a good time.
So
Oh,
what
yeah.
episode are you guys at now? Like 217 or like 230 or some shit?
there. We just did 240 this week.
Oh man.
Fucking
Yeah.
sweet.
Yeah.
Fucking sweet.
So yeah, we've done 140 more episodes since you guys came for the 100th episode.
We're trying. We're
We'll get
working
you
on it.
eventually.
Yeah.
We'll
yeah,
get there.
Start doing 2 a weeks.
Yeah.
yeah, dude, don't
We-
do that. Don't do that.
No,
It's
we
not
were
worth
initially
it.
only going to do this show every other week.
Yeah.
That was the goal. And then when we fucking did it the first one, it's like, let's do this all the time.
Dude, well, see, you know what ends up happening, and this is something that Jason and I noticed. And for those of you that are podcasting now and maybe we're thinking about podcasting. I think that when Jason and I were doing 2 shows every other week, so we're like doing the fake, like if you listen to early versions of the show, right? It's like, oh, hey, we're faking that we're doing it the next week, right?
Yeah.
And it was really obvious. But what we noticed was that it was harder to kind of get into a rhythm when you showed up to do the next sequence, right? So 2 weeks later or almost 3 weeks later, when you go to do the show, it was harder to get into a rhythm. So by doing it every week, it's like, okay, this is what's happening on Monday. And like mentally and physically, I'm more ready to go and do it than if even when like we've had to take breaks because of family issues and COVID and stuff like that. We noticed that it's it takes a beat. It takes a little bit to get back into it. So I think doing it weekly actually makes this job, if you want to call it that, a little bit easier because you can have a little bit of a flow. And I don't know how Jason feels about that.
No, I 100% agree. It was awkward for a while when we were doing like the recording 2 shows back to back and then spreading them out over 2 weeks and then meet up again 2 weeks later. It's just we never got into the right flow until we started doing it this way.
Especially because we were drinking.
Yeah.
And we would drink during the first show so that the second show
was loose.
Was very loose. And although it might have been some of our best content, arguably, it may not have ended well. Just saying.
I loved it. I fucking loved it.
There's a show that I listen to called the Geek Show Podcast. And they, before COVID, they used to record 3 shows all in one day on one Saturday. They'd start in the morning and they'd slowly build drunk. Second shows would be a little bit liver, a little bit more drunk. And then they'd have a phenomenon that they referred to as third show.
Yeah.
Everybody was fucking blitzed.
Nice.
That would be great if I had that kind of time.
Or a functional liver.
Also, yes. Too. Yeah. If I didn't have 2.5 decades of military service on my liver, then I'd probably be able to do something like that. But no.
Maybe not.
I was a maintainer and air crew. There's no way.
There's no.
My liver is not what it used to be.
I know mine isn't. And I'm barely maintaining.
All right, guys. Well, we've taken up enough of your show.
Oh yeah.
We've had our allotted 30 minutes.
Yeah, but honestly, it would not have been right if we couldn't have been here for your 100th episode, given the fact you were here physically for ours. So one of these days, we're going to make the trek out there, and we're going to actually visit your studio in person. But
can't wait.
Nice. Yeah, it'll happen for sure. Maybe at 150th. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, we'll put both halves on.
Yeah, ours will have both part 1 and 2 of episode 150.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And we'll stop in Pennsylvania. We'll grab Dragon Buddy on our way out. And
there you go.
Yes,
Sounds
do
good.
that. That's such a great idea.
Let's do it.
We'll go to the Henry Ford Museum when you come up.
Oh,
fuck yeah. Yeah, because I actually want to see the actual Wright Brothers bicycle shop.
Yeah.
Because I didn't get to see it when I was in Dayton. I saw them.
All kinds of good shit up here. All right, guys. We'll
Have
see
a
you
good
later.
Show. Good luck
Thanks for being with us, guys.
Yep,
Appreciate
and congratulations on 100.
Yes.
Thank you.
Cheers, brothers.
Cheers.
Drop these fellers. And you know what? Our next guest, she's a gem. We're going to bring in Chantel. But before we do, we're going to share some of her favorite things. Yeah, see, pantsless hugs. Now, that's a thing we do here at the Escape Pod.
Yes, that is a thing we do.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what else we do?
Oh, see, now this is what happens.
This is what happens. You gotta love your butt. You gotta go tactical. Go around from the other side.
Whoa.
That was weird. Yeah, see, pantsless hugs. Now that's a thing we do here at the
Oh.
Escape Pod.
Yes, that is a thing we do.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what else we do?
Oh, see, now this is what happens.
This is what happens. You gotta love your butt. You gotta go spectacle. Go around from the other side.
This is what
You
happens.
gotta bring the mic back. And you gotta hug your friend. You gotta hug your friend. You gotta let him know it's okay.
Jason.
Well, this is directed towards Dave.
You gotta hug Dave.
Yeah, Dave needs a hug because he's scared of hugs.
This is real fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. I'm just saying. If you don't watch Sidebar Cantina, you have no idea what's going on.
Well,
It's your fault.
If you don't watch Sidebar Cantina, you get no F's in your chat. The origins of pantless hugs.
There it is.
Oh, she brought a Snickers, but it's an egg.
It's a Snickers egg.
So that means that you have to sit on that so I can get my shit together.
I think your shit will fall apart if you sit on that.
Things are happening. How we doing, Chantel?
Congratulations.
Thank
Happy
you.
100. Look, I dressed up for the occasion.
It is like you're like dressed for a ball.
Well, you guys are important to me. I was thinking about this earlier, and I think you guys are the first Red 5 Network stream that I ever watched.
Really?
Wow.
Yes.
Fucking
Well, thank you.
Honestly.
That's awesome.
And I think it might have had to do with the name. I think I just really loved the name, the Escape Pod. So I checked you guys out. Of course, I love the theme song, by the way. You guys were just talking about that with Dave and Jason. So yeah, love you guys.
The Escape Pod was Brady's idea. He
Really?
wanted to do a show that felt like a place where
God.
people get away.
Brady has good ideas.
Shh, don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody.
Brady has excellent ideas, and I am what one would call a facilitator.
I had an excellent idea today too, and it's just for Brady. And here you go.
What the fuck is that?
Oh,
No, that's
she did it.
awful. Yeah, Jesus. I'm just glad. Does it got the eyes poked out? Yeah. That's the worst. I want.
This is the way, Brady.
This is not the way.
This is the
What?
way.
I'm sweating. Get this shit. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. I don't like it one bit.
I don't like it one bit.
You guys are all
I
creepy.
didn't call her
She
bread
did it.
yet.
She did it. Yes, she did it. Thanks.
Why do you have-
Brady.
Why do you have bread?
Calling me
It's so-
Shabati and
because
Private
L-
Pumpernickel, and I told her you need to throw bread at him when I'm on
LG
air.
and
Lieutenant-
Private Pumpernickel Toast are getting in on things together, and I got bread thrown at me. This is a
What
waste
the-
of bread. Where's my sandwich?
I
Lieutenant
came to
Brioche.
this stream prepared.
Oh, that's so funny. I have
Steaming.
no idea where that came from. What made you start calling her bread?
I called her Colonel Chibati. Chibati bread.
Hmm.
A play on my
And-
name.
And instead of General Shinobi, it was Colonel Chibati.
And then
And
I
from
got
there,
demoted.
now we're at Private Pumpernickel Toast.
I have a pumpernickel toast. That's fantastical.
That's so fucking funny. Oh, let's see. Chantel, you got
Thank you,
any?
Kelly.
You got any moments in this show that are like particular standout things that you're like, that's my favorite thing?
Honestly, I was trying to rack my brain and I really couldn't think because every time I watch every Wednesday, I'm constantly cracking up. And I guess my biggest thing is always when I love it when Brady starts screaming and yelling. He gets all uppity about it.
I don't get uppity.
My favorite moments are when you guys are fighting.
That's
Fake
fucking
fighting.
funny.
It usually starts with the "you motherfucker."
Is that what this Army of Darkness clip is?
Uh-oh.
You can play that one.
Is that you yelling and screaming?
It could be.
No, I'm not yelling and screaming in that one.
No,
Are you sure you really were hating on that movie?
But I wasn't yelling in that one. And this
Were you
in
sad
this
that day?
specific clip, I wasn't yelling.
Let's see what happened. Now I will on Brady's behalf admit that we were laughing at lots of things.
No, we were laughing at lots of things because they were fucking atrocious.
But they're my favorite kind of atrocious.
Yeah, the bad, the worst. Oh,
Wow.
this is awful.
Wow.
I told you the show wasn't going to be like a normal show
Just fucking.
Man, fuck it. I'll break it in half like a Reese's Pieces cup.
One of the best Halloween movies in
No,
all.
it's not.
Yeah.
No, it's bad.
This is rough.
This is awful.
This is rough. There's
I'm
two
being
kinds of people. Army of Darkness is good, and Army of Darkness wrong.
It's bad.
Okay. Meanwhile,
Not
I know Lunar Girl watched it yesterday.
okay. Yeah, but she hasn't said shit.
It's true. You definitely need to be medicated to watch Army of Darkness.
Yeah, you really do need to be medicated to watch that show. And even then, doesn't help.
I watch it sober all the time.
No, you shouldn't.
I love that fucking movie.
You shouldn't.
Now
Such a hater.
Yeah,
I'm not a hater.
all the time.
Seriously hater.
No, it didn't stand the test.
Brady's
of time.
dislike for this movie was like
Was-
out of left field.
Yeah.
Like he was just like, we're like, yeah, we're gonna talk about it, and he was like, this sucked.
Just shitting
Don't
on
care.
it the whole time.
Fuck you, it sucked. See ya. That's
By the
it.
way, I
Like,
did
what?
love I did love our Mars Attacks episode.
Oh
When
gosh,
I
that
came
was so
on.
much
That was
fun.
funny. Because
That
I
was
love
a
a
lot
good ack.
That was
All right.
fantastical.
Here's a Brady flipping his lid video. Ready?
Yes, go.
If I like dab
Shimmy?
like this.
If you fucking dab like that and then I elbow you in the temple, you die. Shit happens.
If you think about it, Chris Farley was dabbing like
no,
that.
what?
right at the
Don't you
beginning.
dare! Chris Farley dabbing out of your mouth.
I'm saying that Chris
No.
Farley invented the dab.
No, he didn't.
And that makes it
No,
cool.
no, that doesn't make it cool.
Because he would be like,
You're
down by
fine.
the river.
That's not the fucking same. I'm upset on 3 different levels right now.
You're going to be an old man living down by the
No! Can I finish this? Please.
Oh, please do.
You are fucking ridiculous. Fucking dickhole. Phenomena.
I'm going to have to add a triple dab to the notes just so when Brady's reading it next time, he's like, fuck!
I won't read it. I'll throw my phone at you. I'll like Mandalorian to
Your
the.
phone's plugged in over there. It's not going to fucking hit
I
me.
can.
That was quite a look for you, Brady. By the way.
Oh yeah, yeah. You joined after I cut my hair off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's always had that like
You look like Jesus if he was a wrestler.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
Jesus.
like that shirt that we have for sale on T Public of that says Lovin' Strong.
Uh-huh.
He's got his Jesus hair.
Yeah, swole.
But I
Jesus.
like put his head
Swole
on like
Jesus.
a bodybuilder's body. So he looks like he's huge. It's pretty awesome.
It's a fucking awesome shirt. Check that out at
It's-
tpublic.com. Search
It's so funny, I don't-
ATSW the Escape Pod.
I don't have
Shameless plug.
specific moments that I love. It's just more of the dynamic that I love. So I love anytime the Yoda mask comes out. I love anytime you take a tinkle break. Like
Dude, you know,
those are the
I
kinds of things that I love about
you know what?
guys.
I actually really loved the Yoda mask before it became a thing because his wife got it for him, and
Uh-huh.
she showed it to me before she got. And I was so jealous. I wanted one. She's like, "Don't worry, there's 2." And
There's still
there's
2.
another one hanging up in the back of the studio, and I don't fucking want it because it's fucking ridiculous.
And I loved it even more when Don added the Batman. mask
Oh,
on
fucking
top of
Batman.
it.
that was good.
I thought about putting that on today, but then I was like, it's too much apparatus.
Too much. Look at that. It's ridiculous. It's
Ah.
creepy.
Those black soulless eyes.
Oh.
I know.
Brady
hate
gets
you.
pissed off. He does. I have the worst Yoda impression.
Yeah,
fucking
it's good.
That wasn't bad. That wasn't bad.
No, it was awful. You can be honest with them.
you
So
can
when
be
is Snickers going to sponsor you guys?
Not soon enough.
No,
What are you
shit.
waiting on,
trying.
Snickers?
Yeah, somebody's got to help pay for all this equipment.
We're working on our shit together. If we didn't have to pay for all of the Snickers, it would
Right.
happen faster.
Seriously.
I tried to get a deal going with Rode since everything we own in the studio has their fucking name on it.
And
They're
here-
like, yeah, they're like, you don't have enough followers, and I'm like, well, you guys are dicks. Bye. I don't know how.
They don't know if they're missing.
If I had 500,000 followers, I would not have spent any more money on the equipment I bought with your fucking name on it.
It's true.
It's their loss.
Yeah.
It's their loss. I love you guys.
it is.
Well,
We'll still eat it. We'll just Put a
Yeah,
finger
yeah.
in front of it. It's a Knickers.
The knickers.
Oh, I love knickers. You can put them on. You can take them off. You can put on wee knickers.
Hey, hey,
Or
hey.
you can put on big knickers.
On this show, no knickers. We go
But on Wednesday
pantless.
nights,
Yeah, it's
no
true. We
Knickers.
don't wear
Pantless.
Knickerless hugs. Aye.
All right, I need to get a drink.
See, look, there he goes.
Yeah. It's going off camera. You know what he does when he goes off camera? Because he's not wearing any pants. He does that little helicopter move where it goes tick, 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 tick.
By the way,
It's
I'm letting
only
you know,
funny to him.
I was dying of laughter making this thing.
That's really funny.
I was laughing so hard. As I was cutting, I was like, oh God, this is so stupid.
Have you ever seen the movie The Ringer with Johnny Knoxville?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it's been a
Okay.
long, but yeah.
So there's two characters in there. The one kid that's like, you scratch my CD. That kid
In broad daylight.
in broad daylight.
You scratch my CD.
And then there's the one guy, I can't think of what his name is, but he like does the routine with his shirt. He's like, I can wear my shirt up or down or possibly tucked in. So me and my friend Richie did that with a big paint stir and made big faces, and like people would walk by while we were supposed to be working. We'd be like, "Did I wear my shirt up or down?" And people would look at us. Eventually, we got in trouble.
That's friggin' awesome.
We're just terrible people, laughing at other people. There was a guy at work that we made him go to the store on lunch and buy a new shirt because the shirt that he was wearing was just this like odd green color. And so all day long we were calling him key lime pie.
Jeez.
So he was like, yeah, what are you doing there, key lime pie? And he, walk back and forth about 52 times in a day like he normally does. And then he come in at lunch in a brand new shirt. The fucker had gone out and bought a brand new shirt. And then when we says, hey, what the fuck happened, key lime? He's like, I got some ketchup on my shirt at lunchtime. Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Oh my
On
God, key lime.
purpose.
Yeah, we're ridiculous.
We need to all gather at Disney. Since you and I, Dawn, already met up at Disney.
I agree.
We need to you guys need to do the stream from Disney.
Oh, that would be
awesome.
dope.
That would be super cool.
Yep. I don't think Disney would let
Get
us do
kicked
our
out
brand.
quick, but
We
Yeah.
need to be kicked out fast as shit.
Yeah. We'd be sitting in front of the volcano there by the lake at Disney Springs,
Well,
and
as
Brady
soon
would
as
be
we
like,
walked
"Fuck
up to
this shit."
As soon as we walked up to the chairs pantsless, they'd be like, "You're fucking
Yeah,
out."
you
Yeah,
guys
give,
got
true.
we give
true.
pantless hugs, and they're like, yeah, and
No,
now
not
you
here,
got
you
to
don't.
register yourself.
Right. Donald Duck is the only one's pantsless in here.
That's
Like,
right.
"What,
Damn it.
You're not the only one that looks goofy.
Dad?" You want to see a sad elephant?
Wah wah. Well, before
Always took a
we,
turn.
it always
It
does.
always
Yes, it does.
Of course.
Before we go letting you go, Chantel,
Yes.
I gotta say that it's always super fun to go on shows and have you on our shows and go on with you and Ro and stuff. Like every time we all get together, we always have a good time.
Oh yeah.
I wish
Absolutely.
we'd have known you as well as we know you now at ScarifCon.
Yes.
I know. I let me tell you, that was the one thing that I actually really disliked, is that because we hadn't all really met before and it was still kind of so early. I mean, I was even nervous about meeting Ro.
Right.
And I had already done a couple of episodes with him, but again, it's different. And I'm already like kind of a shy person, believe it or not. So meeting you guys was very, very odd. But then we met up at Disney, and since it was the second time, it wasn't as bad. I wasn't nervous at all. But
Oh, I was
hopefully-
nervous as shit at ScarifCon, and then
I
Rose like,
definitely was.
Rose like, and then we're gonna have you guys broadcast for a little bit.
I
And I was like,
know. Where was the warning? I didn't go there to work. I didn't know
No,
he
I
was
was
gonna
like-
put my ass behind the fucking mic. I was like,
Well,
no.
he had mentioned that he wanted to, do a little talking behind the mic
No.
or whatever. But I thought
Fuck
we
that.
were going to sit down with him and
And be
talk.
like,
Yeah, no, not
interviewed.
actually take over. Damn
Yeah.
it, Ro. That's
Didn't-
okay. Nicole
Didn't
was
he
my
end up
saving
dropping
grace.
you and Nicole together and be
Yes.
like, you guys talk?
And I specifically chose the chair that I chose so that I would be facing Nicole and have
And
my
not all the
back
people?
to the audience.
Good
so
call.
embarrassing.
Good
Oh,
call.
that's
I
funny.
also didn't appreciate the announcement as I walked down the alleyway.
Oh, that was
Shut up.
awesome.
Please
The
help.
whole courtyard erupts and it's Chantel. and we're all like, yeah. And she like walks into the courtyard and she's like, I'm fucked up.
I was ready to go back down the alleyway and go meet up with
Bro had to
Bravo.
like go get you. It was so funny.
It won't be like that this time around. This time
No,
we're
now
gonna,
you're gonna
fuck
walk
shit
in.
up.
Kick the door down and
Yeah.
be like, this is my shit.
I own this bitch
Exactly.
with my Yoda.
No.
We're gonna have Ro on a little later, but
Yay.
is there anything that you hope happens at Scarif Con that
That we
didn't
all
happen last
dance
year?
like the dancing kid with Ro. That's what I want.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to study those moves. Those are
Y'all gotta
serious.
do the weird kid dance with Ro.
We don't got to
That's
do
what I
the
want.
one where the guy gets kicked in the balls and there's the cats, right?
I mean, if you want to get kicked in the balls, I can
I
arrange
don't.
that.
I mean, I could kick somebody
If you're
I
into
had-
that, I mean,
I don't want anything to do with this.
That's one of my
Not
favorite
sure I
fucking
wanna do
pictures
any
on
of
the
it.
internet. Is
it's so
that.
well done.
Yeah.
It is really well done. Those cats are having a blast.
I wonder if that guy really got smoked in the junk or if that was composited in there too. But like she just like barrel kicks him right in the junk from behind. So good.
But this time we got to take you guys to the bird cage so you can see that famous wall.
That was another thing is last time, like
Yeah,
we
you guys didn't hang out really afterwards.
we didn't know what was gonna happen.
Yeah.
And like we had stuff to drink and stuff back at the room. So we were
Mhm.
just like, yeah, we're gonna and then we were back in the room going, we should have stayed out with those
Yeah,
guys.
we're lonely.
We just started working on our
Yeah, we
next
prepped
episode.
on our next show. We started watching the episodes of Letterkenny and Trailer Park Boys.
Yep.
You missed
Just
out on the
drinking
wall
Corona.
with handcuffs and paddles and shit for that. Like, really?
That's what
Have
I'm
you seen
saying.
this
like,
wall?
Yeah, we fucked up. We fucked up.
we could have
did.
done so much more.
And the bar
Um,
was literally like right there too. By the
Yeah,
comic book store.
well-
We barely even had to walk there.
We made comment about it like on our way. We were like,
Oh,
this is an interesting place.
Yeah. 'cause
I
we
honestly
walked-
didn't even realize until we walked in and I saw the back of the room and I saw the wall and I'm like, okay, some 50 Shades of Grey shit going on in here.
Yeah, it is too. It is that bar requires flexibility. Absolutely. All right. Well, we're gonna go ahead and bring in our buddy Swede from Swede Studios, and we're gonna talk about some other
But
shit.
before we bring him in, we should play a video.
Oh, we
Well,
do
really
have-
quick, I just want to say thank you guys for popping my stream cherry.
Ooh.
And
Hey,
I
If
am
you use
so
4 fingers,
glad.
it's a pocket.
And I'm really, really glad that I got to see you guys first, and that you're the ones that I held on to. So thank you so much for making me laugh every single hump day. I appreciate it.
Hell yeah. You're
It's
welcome.
it's
Thanks
been
for
a
being
joy
part of
getting
it.
to know you, and
yeah, it has.
we're gonna enjoy being your friend for a long time. So
We
Congratulations,
appreciate
guys!
you,
Truly,
Pumpernickel.
thank you.
Pumpernickel,
DB.
penny loafer.
All right,
All right.
guys, let's do this
See
clip.
ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Don't forget Big Swede's Excellent Adventure and Tactical Swede, or something Swede, or I'm Sexy and I Swede It, or Swede 45.
I'm
Um,
too sexy for my Swede.
No, I'm too sexy for my Swede. That was the pre. Was the pre-Swede.
Yeah.
But and don't forget about pre-Swede. That's it's just a short show. It's just a little bit to give you about-
Pre-Swede is what comes out of the end of your dick right before.
No. You're thinking about something that's different.
Oh.
That's way different. You can't do that in the shout outs.
No, you can't say dick in the show.
Not in the shout outs. Not yet.
What is this, a Disney show?
Maybe. It's late night Disney.
Live on Disney.
Could
late
you
night.
imagine if this is late night Disney? Fuck you, Mickey Mouse! And it's like, what the fuck?
It'd be like Gilbert Godfrey. This is Disney up all night.
Oh, Tactical Swede, Big Swede's Excellent Adventure, and all the other 45 fucking Swede channels.
Pre and post Swede.
Pre and post Swede. Check that shit out. Oh. A post Swede? That's all sticky and gross.
Oh, I can't.
That's awful.
I can't live with the shit we created in this.
And then
episode.
check.
Woo! Coming in hot.
Absolutely. That's
Yeah.
the way it's got to be.
Yeah.
Sometimes the sweet is unforgiving.
Yeah. Sometimes you just end up sweeted.
It's true. It's true.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, man. So first of all, I just want to apologize in advance if my audio is lacking in any way.
No, you're just a little loud.
Now, as you might have heard, I'm doing some renovations in the studio, so I don't have my normal live streaming set up right now. So
No, you're fine.
I don't know what it would sound like. So
You sound fine. I mean, you don't sound as good as you do, like as rich as you do on your pod stuff, but
yeah, I don't have my radio voice going on.
you sound like you're getting ready to like shoot a dude on the adjoining roof. Don't move. Pop. Got that bitch. Headshot.
So what's up, guys? Congrats on 100.
Thanks,
man.
Thanks. We've been doing this for a couple minutes.
Yeah, a little bit.
You've been around for most of it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've been. Well, I mean,
You're a-
I started out with the Dave and Jason show,
Mm-hmm.
and then when you guys started doing your thing, I started popping in and checking you guys out, and always a good laugh, man.
Yeah. We didn't get to really talk about it earlier, but like from our origins in a kitchen stall, like in an echoey box on an iPhone to where what we're doing right now, like things have changed
drastically.
Yeah, facts. It's been cool to see like the evolution of the show as far as like just the setting there in the studio and new gear and stuff. It's been cool to watch.
Yeah,
definitely.
And you got a whole bunch going on in your studio. You're getting ready to flat out go full music recording studio.
Yeah. I'm looking to kind of turn this from a hobby into a business. So
Nice.
I'm stepping up my game, and I got rid of a bunch of stuff to give me some funds to buy some new stuff. So it's gonna be a fun couple of weeks. I got some gear coming in tomorrow and Friday, so hopefully we'll get some updates on the channel as far as some of the new gear and stuff. But unfortunately the content has been put on hold for a little bit until we get everything squared away. But
Well, as we say here, fucking life happens, man.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Life happens.
And then I started a new job too, so I've been really digging into that and learning how to do that stuff. So I haven't had time to do anything.
Right. Yeah, I get that. I forgot you started a new gig not too long ago.
Yeah.
So you saying you're doing the studio stuff on the professional level? Like, are you going to be recording people, or is this for like you're going to have like your own band kind of thing, or like what's going on with that?
So it's honestly it's gonna obviously start out with my own stuff. The stuff I've been doing with the quarantine sessions, and then my old band from back in Arizona back in the early 2000s. We're actually getting back together and re-recording some of the old material, maybe doing some new stuff. So we're gonna do that, and then like I said, eventually it's gonna be a business. I'm gonna bring other bands in, other musicians in to record them.
Hell yeah, that's
Nice.
sweet, dude. That's sweet.
Awesome.
You're talented as fuck. I love the quarantine sessions. So for those of you who are listening,
Oh,
got to check out Big Swede. Check out the quarantine sessions.
Sweet Studios.
Swede Studios.
I don't know if Kelly's got a link. I'm pretty sure she's got a link set up. She's going to drop into the chat.
QLG.
There it is.
Yeah,
There
boom.
it is.
Look at that
Boom.
shit. That's pro
Donna
style.
shit. She
Yep.
knows. She knows.
She is a pro.
Shit's getting real.
Yeah.
Some action happening over there.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
The herding water buffalo at
Like-
Swede's house. It's fucking amazing.
I think a dog is in trouble.
Oh, that sounds about right.
Oh man, but I tell you what, you guys, like the clips you played right off the start, you hit on both of the things that I was like, I laugh my ass off every show. Was like just to see what iterations of Swede Brady was going to come up with in each new show, and then the whole phenomenon of the whole pre-Swede, post-Swede stuff. It, you know,
Just the way he said it the first time, it sounded gross.
yeah, and it just snowballed and turned into this thing, and it was everywhere. Yeah,
there's a lot of stuff on this show that started off just kind of being offhanded comment, and it grows into like we've got from the whole Hori Smurf thing. There's T-shirts. Like one of the fans of the show, Jess, come up with this concept of Smurf on the turf.
Yeah, and then that turned into some whole thing where we were gonna get tattoos and
but there's T-shirts that say Smurf on a turf.
Yeah,
which is just fucked up. I don't even know what that means, but I know it's not right.
Well, just like pre and post weed.
Yeah,
pre and post weed is just so disgusting.
It's like
it's horrible.
It's funny because it's gross.
Yeah,
it's funny because it's gross.
And just that one clip of you saying like I can't live with what we've created or whatever the hell. Like I was laughing my ass off. Like I couldn't even breathe, man.
It's absolutely fucking ridiculous, is what it is.
Yep. And it just continued, like, you know, going into fantasy football when we do the booth. You know, you do the booth in the back, and it became a thing where like pre-sweeted all over the place, and
yeah, it starts leaking into. It leaks. See how it happens? Now the sweet is leaking into shit.
Leaking, and it's everywhere, and it's sticky, and
but it does. It kind of gets everywhere and ends up on a little bit of everything.
But it's necessary.
Yeah, I mean, who am I to tell the Swede where to go, where to not go?
You can't control the Swede.
Yeah,
the Swede is its own
before
entity.
or after he gets there.
Before or after.
It's like that one time.
Some would say during.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like that one time I jerked off with that lube.
What the fuck, man?
Then when I took a shower, I came 3 times trying to get it off.
Wow. So there's that show. I don't know how you can get kicked off YouTube, but I'm pretty sure that's out.
Tonight on the 100th episode, we learned way too much.
We found the line. Some guy at work said that to me the other day. I laughed so fucking hard, I almost pissed myself.
Oh man!
I came 3 times trying to get that off.
Wow!
Oh my god!
It's so fucked up. See, that's what happens, and then it becomes a thing, and then it's on every show. I don't know if you caught it, Swede, but there for a while, I was putting things in the notes to make him say shit about Swede that he didn't want to say.
And I wouldn't say him. And I would just come up with other shit, and I would totally ignore what he fucking wrote.
But he would have to read it, and there would be a pause, and while he was processing that he didn't want to say what I tried to make him say.
No, because I told him, I was like, it has to come off the top every time. So I'd be reading all the fucking shit, and then I get to yours. And even though I've been doing it for 50 fucking episodes, he would still have shit written there. I'd be like, I'm not fucking reading that. No. I have to come up with something off the top.
Yeah.
And then he'd interrupt me.
Yep.
Motherfucker.
See? It's all part of the vibe, you know. It's can't just let him go ahead and have his own way.
Yeah, you can.
No, fuck that.
Yeah. Dude, I actually feel bad because, like, you know, you'd always start shouting out all the channels that I had. You know, it became this running joke of how many channels I have. And then, like, I got to a point where I was doing so much with the Swede Studios thing that I haven't posted a video on any of my other channels in like months. Like Tactile Swede's been like over a year and a half. I haven't posted anything. So it's like just Swede Studios, but like every week it was like Swede this, Swede that, Swede that. Like,
yeah, the defunct channels.
I started going back and listening because I started numbering. Like I'd be like Swede Studios number 38. And then I would go back and listen. So the next week I go and Swede Studios 39. So like I kept it consistent. If you listen to the shows for a long fucking time.
Yep.
For a long time.
Yeah. I remember that. And it was like 48. No, this is 49 this week.
Yeah.
You're like, what the fuck?
I kept true to that shit.
in a row?
In a row? Try not to suck any Swede on the way to the parking lot.
sweet all over you.
All right.
Bread.
Well, it's time to bring Scott in. So, let me see. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us,
Fuck
Sweet.
yeah, Swede.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
We're
absolutely.
still gonna push Tactical Swede for fucking ever.
Dude, I tell you what, man, that channel, out of all my channels, that's the only one that actually pays me any money. For videos I did like 5 years ago, I get money for it. So, hey, whatever.
Nice.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Awesome.
When you get your sound equipment all hooked back up, let us know. We should probably get together and maybe do a show together.
Hell yeah, man.
We'll figure out a reason to have you on, and we'll have you on.
Yeah, man. I'm down.
Cool.
All right,
Anytime.
buddy.
All right.
Talk to you
Thanks,
later.
man.
Yeah, man.
Take it easy,
See
bud.
ya. Here's a video about our sound when we got the sound. Delicious. First up, as you can tell, we got some different sound effects going on now. New soundboard, new things are happening over here.
And it's fucking cool.
We're teching.
It's really cool. I'm gonna take a picture of it and I'll post this picture. I'll post this picture later to show you the new soundboard.
Okay.
In the escape pod.
In the escape pod. I thought there was more to that video.
No, it was a very short video.
Yeah.
Just that's what it was.
So welcome, Scott. How you doing, Scott?
Guys, how's it going?
Really
What's
good.
up, dude?
What's happening, buddy?
Hold on. I got one thing I gotta do real quick. Gotta join you guys.
Up. There they go. Gosh. You take your pants off like a fucking stripper.
I love
Yeah.
it. It's like
I heard.
Cheers, gentlemen.
cheers,
100.
buddy.
Cheers.
100.
So, Scott, you just got brand new sound equipment too.
Oh, hell yeah. I love the way that burns.
He's good for you.
I did.
Shooty shot.
I
Doing
did.
shooty shots. Yeah, you essentially got a lot of the same kind of stuff that we got, don't you?
Yeah, Rodecaster Pro. And then the Procaster mics, I think what they're called.
Did you get the Procaster mics or did you get the Podcaster?
Pod mic.
Pod mics.
Procaster.
You got the Procasters. I like them.
Yeah.
Now, Dragon Buddy is on the pod mic,
Yes.
and I don't think it sounds any different.
No, it sounds really good.
But it costs twice as much to get the Procaster mics.
Yeah, good thing we got income tax return this year. It's like, well, you know, we got the Patreon thing going, but we'll do this.
Yeah, I think it was a good move. You guys sound really good.
Yeah,
it was definitely an improvement.
Me and Kim talked about it, and we're like, you know, obviously we're going to do this. I mean, we're coming up on our 4th year of doing this.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I started seeing almost 4 years ago, and it's like, you got to be kidding me. Never thought I'd continue doing it. And now here we are, and it's like, it's time to move it up. But,
yeah.
You know,
great
of
move.
course, I got all my swag on, you know.
I know. We can see it all. It looks real good.
I fucking love it, dude.
Even put shirts behind me. But, you know, I got a little thing for Brady. You know, he's always getting ticked off, and you guys are talking about getting your shit together. But how about this, Brady?
Please get your shit together.
That's great. Where'd you get that from?
It's actually from the beginning of a song by Danger called "Get Your Shit Together."
Oh, okay.
Nice.
It's off their 1991 "Screw It" album.
Get your shit together.
I don't think I've heard that before.
But yeah, I mean, I looked at Kim because I think last night when we did our show, I was like fucking everything up when we had Shanty on, and I'm like, God damn, I need this for me.
It travels well. It travels well.
Yeah, once we got a soundboard that we were able to program with, you know, whatever we kind of wanted, it just it was a game changer. It changed the way the show felt, made it sound a little bit more professional, had a better feel. My favorite one to this day, the sound effect that we had was the one about the chick that was in the Capitol City riot in DC. And she's like, oh yeah, they fucking pushed me out and maced me. It's the Animaniac song is what it was. I love that clip. I should see if I can find it real quick.
You know, thinking back, you know, everybody's like, oh, you know, think about what your favorite moments are from the escape pod for 100 episodes. I'm like, okay, first of all, I've been around since booth in the back, kitchen table, iPhones and stuff. And I'm like, I really can't name a favorite moment because they're all favorite moments.
Yeah. As
You know,
being a fan in the first place too, until now being on the show, the evolution of everything, what's stayed the same is the feel of the whole show. This is a place where friends gather. Like the chat is just as much as part of it as, you know, the guests that we have on, and it's so much fun that the escape pod is the perfect title for this show, the perfect name for this show, because it's an escape out of the bullshit we deal from day to
Exactly.
day, and we can all kind of hang out and we can talk about everything geek and what makes us tick, man. So
Yeah,
absolutely,
definitely.
everything geek, everything sports. I mean, that's the cool part. Is like, you know, we all love it. You know, we all like watching the NFL. We like some Major League Baseball. I mean, of course, I'm into NASCAR and whatnot, but more right now, I'm paying attention more to Formula One versus NASCAR. But you know, I grew up with the sports. I grew up playing sports, but I love my sci-fi.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
and of course, I love music. That's where I started. But you know, I think we had to switch it up.
Yeah.
You know, and you guys sticking to it, but making the little changes here and there is made the show grow. I mean, you guys were the first one that joined the Red 5 Network. Then Dave and Jason joined, and then we came along. So it's like, you know, I mean, we all tried the Podbelly thing, and that was a joke.
Yeah, that was the weirdest shit relationship I think I've ever been in business. Like, I don't know what kind of weird one-sided shit they had going on, but we plugged their show every week a couple of times, and then like I would email those dudes about something, they wouldn't even bother replying. I'm like, why are we in this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we found Red 5. We're going to talk a lot more about Red 5 when we talk to Ro later on.
Oh, hell yeah.
The Podfather.
The Podfather, yes.
All right, I got that clip. You guys ready?
All right.
Let's do it.
We're totally insane.
They pushed me out and paced me.
Those are the facts.
They heard it. You didn't.
I heard it.
I didn't hear shit.
Yeah, of course you didn't. We had this whole conversation about we can't hear the board.
We covered
That's
this
fucking
pre-show.
stupid.
You know it's a show for them, right?
But I gotta hear it so I can react.
Cheers, bitch.
No, I'm not cheersing you. Fuck yourself.
Clinkety clank, bitch.
Clankety clank your asshole.
Well, that
Don's
just turned into
asshole.
that's a different party.
Don's asshole.
You guys start clinkety clanking my asshole. We're gonna have a fucking party. Somebody better bring cocaine.
No. Do it off the cheeks.
Or we can also do Brady's other favorite one.
What's that?
Oh, he did it.
Oh, that
Love
was
you, Brady.
so
You were
good.
better than that.
Oh,
I
you
thought you
know.
were better than that, Scott.
I gotta do it every once in a while, brother.
No, it's not
Slip
necessary.
the right
Scott.
in there.
You're better than that.
You know, 1, 2, 3.
You know?
He's rolling up his sleeves
Scott
in here.
fell down. Scott used to be up here. He's sitting right here about now.
Is he?
Sitting right about here with that one.
Wow.
I don't.
That's how you do. That's how you do your friends.
No, that's how my friends do me. Apparently.
One dab, and you're like, oh,
Yeah, back the fuck
you're
up.
a wee little tit, are you?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Nice.
Now you know, Scott. You need to work to get back up here, buddy.
Well, you know, either we'll get back up or I'll just keep going to the bottom.
That's not necessary, Scott. You're better than that.
Shinobi's right. I'll give her this. She's right. Here we are. Brady yelling again.
Well, you know, I had a Snickers for him, but he fucking ate it.
It was delicious.
Yeah, I can't afford to do Snickers every week.
You guys definitely need a fucking sponsorship.
I'm telling you, they haven't called, they haven't written, nothing. It's not like we're hard to reach. They know
The
where
chocolate,
we're
the caramel, the peanuts, the nougat are
It's
shits
nougat.
together.
It's delicious.
at. You put all those shits together, and
All
then
them
you
shits.
feel better.
Yeah.
You do.
don't even feel you feel like yourself.
Sometimes when I'm at work and I can't get my shit together, I go over to the vending machine, Snickers.
Get your
Snickers.
shit together.
Pow.
Shit together.
Shit's together.
Just like that.
You know why? You know why you eat Snickers at work when you can't get your shit together? Because they don't let you drink whiskey.
I would.
Good point.
This is true.
Yep.
Good
This
point.
is true.
Sometimes in the middle of the day at work, I could use a shot of whiskey just to fucking even shit out.
Wouldn't that be the coolest shit ever if
Yeah,
they let you do
that
that
would
at work?
be.
They're like, you know what? Have a beer.
I don't want to get drunk. I mean, sometimes I
shot.
just like boss
Just
a
a-
dick.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you know what? Everything's okay.
Yeah. And I'm such an alcoholic at this point. Like one shot's not going to change anything. It might make me more sober than when I was sober.
That's weird.
I'm telling you, it just might be a thing. Like I remember a point when I was about 20, like when I was not high, I felt fucked up. Like I was like, I don't know if I can drive.
I'm too sober for this.
This is way too, this and the cars go by and really fast, and I just don't know what to do.
I need to slow it down, man.
Yeah,
Slow
and then-
it down.
All right, I'm good. Let's go.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you're right. Like back in high school, I had a buddy give me a bottle of root beer schnapps. I went, let me put this in my fucking car.
Yeah.
And between every period, because I didn't use the locker at school, I ran out to my car, took a few swigs. By the end of school, man, I was feeling good.
Yeah, tuned up.
When I was in the military, there was this old dude. He told me about when he used to he rerouted his windshield wiper fluid
Oh yeah.
into the cab of his car, filled up the washer fluid with Jack Daniels, and would be on the road and make himself Jack and Cokes.
Oh,
nice.
Genius. Genius.
All he had
what
to
is
do
he
was just
doing with his life right now?
tap-
Because he
tap
went
the wind-
places.
Tap the windshield
He
wiper.
probably went to jail.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's still a place.
It's a place. This guy's going places. Fucking Sam Quentin.
Hello from Rikers Island. See, I told you, places.
Places. I met this new friend. He's a she. We're in love. He told me so.
He told me I was.
Hey, do you like my mop hair?
Oh, it's braided right in the factory downtown.
See, Brady needs to grow the hair back out. No?
I can't do it.
It makes this room so hot when he has all that hair. It like I'll be sitting here minding my own business. It'll reach over and tickle my neck, and I'm stop it. Like that's fucked up. And his hair's like, I'm sorry, bro.
It's like a symbiote.
It was like Mufasa.
It's very much venom. It's very venom-like. It's very
Ooh, say it again.
It is. It's carnage for sure.
Mufasa.
Ooh.
Oh God, there we go. We all should do a Disney movie and wreck the fuck out of it.
Oh, it'd be great. You do like a Red 5 reading of a Disney movie.
Oh, that'd be fun. I want to be a part of that.
You just an hour and a half of everybody just reading their person's part.
Yeah.
Ooh, Mufasa.
Say it again. Mufasa. Say it again.
Mufasa.
Fucking Whoopi Goldberg.
Right?
Good stuff.
Oh God.
All right.
Yeah, nice Ducks jersey there, Brady.
Yes, dude. Thanks, buddy.
He's very proud of this jersey.
I fucking love this jersey.
But you're in Red Wing country.
I don't give a fuck. The Mighty Ducks are for everybody.
Yeah. He's right.
I know.
It's the Neapolitan of hockey teams.
Yeah.
Everybody can enjoy a
Hey,
good old Mighty Ducks
this
story.
just in. Backyard TARDIS would like to come on after Row.
Great.
So we got him
cool.
scheduled in here.
Fantastic. I'm in.
Awesome.
All right. Well, speaking of that, Scott, we're gonna go ahead and play another video, and then we're gonna bring our buddy Alan in. So we're gonna
Right on.
say adieu.
Scott,
Thanks for stopping by,
Scott, hold
Scott.
up. Scott,
You rock,
I
buddy.
fucking love you, dude. You're the best, bro.
All right,
Awesome.
thanks, Brady.
I
You guys are
fucking
great
love
too.
you,
Good
Love
luck,
watching
buddy.
her.
Here, not over
Hey,
here.
by the way, you guys were all invited on the 4-year anniversary episode.
Yay!
Fuck yeah.
All right.
Thanks, buddy.
Let us know. We'll be
Thanks,
there.
man.
All right.
Cheers, buddy.
See you, buddy. Smurf nipples.
Night. There you go.
That have nipples the men didn't.
I'm absolutely.
I gotta know now.
I'm absolutely exasperated. I'm like,
Oh,
and cartoons and
Yeah.
stuff I liked.
Oh, God.
Remember when we were kids and stuff didn't suck and there wasn't COVID?
No, there was nothing. It was just love. Oh my God.
So, like
Luna Girl says no, she never nipped.
Oh, she never
So
nipped.
we got a girl's opinion on it. It is and so it was written.
What
Yep.
if she had like flaps, like a maternity bra?
Oh my God, dude!
Where she's got,
this is too far now.
She's got
This is
nips
too
in
far.
there,
She
but
never
it-
had kids. Why would she be
if
wearing
she-
a maternity bra?
If she pulls up the
She never
flap,
had kids. She would have a sexy bra.
What if there was a light blue?
It would
nip?
be a sexy bra. No, Smurfette would not wear some ugly cone nipple pointing shitty bra.
Like
I'm upset you would even
like Madonna
insinuate
in the
that.
Immaculate
That is
tour where she had the big cones on.
I had to
like
put
the-
my beer down.
remember the
Shut up.
birthday hat
Stop.
cones she used to wear?
Stop. How dare you? Smurfette is a lovely woman. She is not a trampy whore.
You don't know that.
I know that.
Happy birthday, everybody!
Alan, nobody's birthday's today.
What? It's not. It's not. You told me there was something going on special tonight. You told me it was a birthday, and now here I am embarrassed in front of their tens of followers. Well, at least it's not live, guys. We can go back and redo this, right? We can edit this because I don't
back it up.
Okay. So
Sure.
as long as we're not live. Oh shit, we are live.
We're live.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're live. as
We've
fuck,
been
buddy.
live, yeah.
So how you doing?
Not as embarrassed as you are.
Everybody's mom and them okay?
Yeah.
Mom and them.
Mom and him.
Mom and them okay? Hey, clankety clank, motherfuckers.
Clankety
Hell
clank.
yeah, buddy.
Good to see you, my friend. You've
Good
been
to
gone
see
too
ya.
long.
I'm on vacation from the whole social media platform for a little bit. I'm trying to get my life together as far as getting priorities. I'm also getting another rock band going, and so I just want to kind of take a little bit of time and breathe, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I would not have missed having the chance to come on with you guys and say congratulations for the world. I am an Escape Pod fan. I love it.
There 3 times that day.
There are times that I'm especially when I'm guessing that I feel like I have been broken because I start to laugh so hard I can't breathe.
Listen, I tell you what, your pralines and dick comment has me rolling. I watched that like twice today, and I could not stop laughing to where one of my guys called me with a question, and I'm dying laughing because I just finished watching. He's like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, "Dude, you have to go back to this episode. Just go to this timestamp. It's perfect."
What made that segment perfect was not the praline and dick moment, although it was good. It was Brady's response, like
He
what
was
did I
genuinely
do?
hurt. I was like, what the fuck did I do?
Well, you were being mean to Don, and we all know Don's
Yeah.
a little
Soft.
special.
Don's special and he deserves.
We have to be kind of careful with him on that. Oh, and you have my permission to put that on a shirt, by the way.
Nice.
You have my permission for that. Yes.
Over here, it's British. It's spotted dick.
There you go.
I got freckles. I don't want to know that.
No. I actually took my pants off before we went live, just so everyone knows.
Boy.
Everybody
That's
knows.
how we do the
Yeah.
chat.
One
how you
of
know.
us. One
One
of
of
us.
us. One of us.
Gabba gabba, we accept you.
I was telling this lady at work because the pantsless hug thing came up. She's like, what the fuck? And I'm like, listen, you can get a hug from somebody that you care about, and it's nice. It feels good.
Yes.
Something special about a pantsless hug. That means business.
My wife and I were talking about something the other day. I was at work, and she said something about pantsless something or another, and I started laughing so hard. And she's like, "What? I wasn't making a joke." Blah, blah. I said, "No, I just heard Don and Dragon Buddy and Brady in my head," and then she started laughing. She goes, "Yeah, I know exactly what we're talking about." So anyway,
Pantsless hugs mean business.
They do.
Absolutely.
So to go back just a little bit, yes, I've decided to take a little bit of time away from the social medias, but that's not to say that I'm definitely taking any time away from Red 5. I try to check in with everybody as much as and often as I can. I've had some people reach out to me to ask me to help them with promo type stuff as far as like intros and so forth, like I do for a lot of people. So I'm going to be working on that as well. But I want to let it be known that tomorrow night, Press Play Stream is indeed going to be doing a live show. My co-host, General Shinobi, is going to be talking about one of her favorite subjects, the Batman.
Mm-hmm.
So if you get an opportunity, please stop by Press Play tomorrow night.
I will be there.
The Dragon Buddy,
Dragon Buddy
is full of knowledge. All right, so you guys wanted to know what I love about your show.
Yeah.
The dynamic between Don and Big Lovin is like nothing I've ever seen before. You can tell that they've been friends for a long time. And their interplay with each other is fantastic. And DB, you're like a shoe that fits perfectly, and you bring the knowledge. So it is a very, very good combination of the three of you. And I am officially challenging the Escape Pod. Press Play is going to take you on in trivia. Do you have the balls to set up to the trivia challenge?
I got King Kong balls, son.
Press Play Streaming Studios.
You're going to need a scale to weigh these things.
I will tell you right now, I have a brain full of useless knowledge, but it's not going to help.
Yeah.
Notice I'm giving you the big eyes.
Shit, it's cereal now.
It's fucking super cereal.
That's a great look.
This guy, he poked his eyeballs.
Somebody's got to get that clip and like turn that into a t-shirt or something.
My wife says, that's the evil bunny.
Yeah. There's a lot going on there.
Kind of
Anyway.
timing.
Anyway, I unfortunately don't have a lot of time tonight, but I wanted to carve out some time for you guys. I love you all. I cannot wait. I'm really hoping that the wife and I are feeling up to it and able to get up to Scarif Con so that we can meet face to face. And
dude, that would be fantastic.
Yeah, we're really trying hard to make that happen. And so whether it's pantsless or not, I still expect hugs from the three of you because you are in my eyes, you are my brothers from another mother. I'm not just saying that. I love you guys from the bottom of my black jaded little heart.
Yes. Maybe you guys can get a Airbnb near us and we can do breakfast.
Yeah, that'd be great. And it's funny. I'm actually close enough that if something happens that we can't come up for the weekend, I could drive. She and I could drive up and spend the day.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're only like 5.5 hours away. So.
Okay. Totally.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
So, anyway.
great.
General Shinobi, yes, I'm sure you do. She says she wants to meet all of you as well. General Shinobi in the chat said that she wants to meet my wife Mar, and she's mentioned the same thing.
Obviously a saint.
She has to be to put up with me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and I'm sure like her and Rose's wife could like conduct church because
all I can tell you is this: you might think she's a saint. She's worse than I am. She's got that quiet, and then all of a sudden she lays you out, and you're just dying laughing. Yeah, she would open her purse and tell you that she has not one F to give.
Awesome. That is awesome.
Which is why we get along so well. Anyway,
Nice.
love you guys. Love the Red 5. I miss you all. I cannot wait to work with you all again. All kidding aside, we are working on doing a trivia night. Lunar Girl and I have been talking about some different platforms that she could use. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We'll get together and have a great time and have many, many drinks while we're doing it.
I can't wait, buddy. I might have to take the next day off.
I'm thinking that, well, considering the fact that my schedule's getting ready to change and I'm going to be off on Thursdays, a Wednesday night drunk fest may not be a bad thing.
All right.
All right. So clank and clank one more time, then I'm out.
Appreciate you, buddy.
Appreciate you guys. Love you.
Love you.
Be good.
Love you, dude.
All right. So, as we are without our next guest, still, I got another clip here. Let's get into one of our more notable, nonsensical clips, and really kind of our last banger. The infamous Whore Island.
Somebody was making babies with all those male Smurfs.
It wasn't Smurfette.
Who the fuck was it?
It was the Smurf on
Was
Whore
it Papa
Island.
Smurf?
It was the Smurf on Whore Island.
Really?
Yeah.
There's
a
one
pond. It's a
exiled
giant pond.
female Smurf.
Yeah. And that's where they do the walk of shame.
right,
It's the
all right,
reverse in their culture. The men do the walk of shame.
So wait a minute. Do they take the boat to the island, have sex with Hoary Smurf,
Yeah.
and then they have to walk back?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It's a walk of shame.
How do you walk back from an island?
There's a small bridge. It's a little creaky wooden bridge. It's a creaky wood. You gotta visualize it now. It's a creaky wooden bridge to Whore Island.
I can't even with you right now.
This is best.
I'm trying to entertain people.
I'm just being honest
And
with
you're
people.
talking to me about the land bridge to Hoary Smith.
No, to Whore Island. I don't know her name. Nobody knows her name.
Hoary Smurf.
It's just the other female Smurf. That's what they
Oh
call
my
her.
goodness.
Lady
Is she
Smurf.
blue?
Lady Smurf of the night. She's kind of a purple.
Is that from the pounding?
The
Jeez. I don't know if this is the right show for this.
I don't care.
Maybe this needs to be on a different show where we talk about these kinds of emotional, sexual, Smurfy things.
Oh god, it was really Gargamel. That's just gross.
Oh, that's even worse.
That's just horrible.
That's even worse.
I like my idea of Whore Island and the Horse Smurf. It's so much better.
Yeah, but in this edition, like when they walk away, like the spell breaks and it's just Gargamel trying to be Smurfy.
If somebody's listening to this show, they're like, "Did I eat shrooms in the beginning?" Because this shit got off the rails. Fucking Smurf roast beef. Oh my god!
Wow.
Oh, okay.
Wow,
Okay, let's
this is
continue.
what happens when you let the chat help you down a path that you shouldn't walk. This is where you end up.
Wow, my head tingles.
We saved that one just for you, Ro, because we know that you're such a nice Boy Scout when you're podcasting.
Yeah, we don't say those kind of words on the Scare of Scuttlebutt podcast.
Not on the show.
No, not on the show.
But those are all things that you definitely can get behind.
Absolutely.
Or purple Smurf.
How are you guys?
Good. How are you?
Good. Living the life.
Yeah. You get some rest after your giant excursion out the other day?
Yeah, and I got to wake up at 4 a.m. My son is heading down to Peoria for a robotics competition for 3 days.
Oh, wow.
And that should be a lot of fun.
Nice.
Describe where Peoria is to me.
3 hours south of Chicago. Somewhere in the middle of cornfields.
Yeah, okay.
Usually.
I'm familiar with the name, but I couldn't remember. Like maybe like southwest of Indianapolis?
Yeah, somewhere in there.
Okay.
Yeah. I just punch it in and the car takes me.
I just want to say, Ro, thank you for joining us for 100th episode.
Yeah.
We really
That
appreciate it, man.
is awesome. 100 episodes. We are too shy of 100, and I can't believe that you're in the triple digits. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, definitely in the beginning, you never know. You're like, how far is this gonna go? How long are we gonna make it? And I mean, you're 98. I mean, that's fantastic.
Yeah. We really thought kind of at the beginning we'd do it for 6 months or a year, and then maybe we would have got sick of it. And we just keep getting more and more involved.
Keep adding stuff to the list.
Sure. And I think podcasting is one of those things that podcasting and being in front of the camera like this, it's our little therapy. I mean, it's kind of how we unwind, and I think it serves a purpose. It serves a higher purpose other than just chewing the shit or whatever the saying is. Just it's a lot of fun.
Yep.
Right.
We've met tons of people. We wanted to specifically talk for at least a couple of minutes about how great joining the Red 5 network has been for us.
Well, it's fantastic having you guys on. I know last year, you traveled here to Chicago for last year's Scarif Con, and I was totally floored and surprised. And I think Kelly's got some dates, but I can't remember exactly when you guys joined. But when I saw you guys, popping in at the comic book store and realizing who you were, I'm like, oh my God, there's like all these wonderful people that showed up to this little event here in the patio of Alley Cat Comics, and I thought it was fantastic. I thought it was incredible that you guys showed up and came and made the devotion to head on down, and we had such a blast. I could not have been more happy and appreciative, really, of you guys coming down and supporting that little cause. It was a lot of fun.
It was one of those things that was kind of one of the highlights of what we've done so far.
Oh yeah,
in this show,
for sure.
Like we enjoyed like having Dominic on and stuff like that, but
Sure.
like that. Like we said at the beginning of this show, we went to New Jersey and did the 100th episode of the ATSW podcast. And then we decided to do podcasting. And, we went to Celebration together and we talked about, podcasting and everything's evolved. And one of the milestones was ScarifCon.
That's really cool. Yeah, Kelly's got the numbers there. You guys joined February 2021.
Yep.
She's on it. She's on it.
Yep. So about 13 months ago. And what it was is I had listened to Pizza and Parsecs for about 2 months or so before that. And then I was like, this Red 5 thing sounds vaguely Star Wars and kind of cool. And then I got online and found a couple other podcasts. I started listening to yours and a couple other ones. I'm like, I'm going to reach out to this dude.
Yeah. And I remember he hit me up and I'm not going to lie to you, dude. I was just like, I don't know about this, man. Like, he's like, oh no, it sounds like it's a good group and everything. It's like, I don't know. We got our own thing. And I just really,
what scared you? What scared you? I'll ask you that. What scared you about it?
The previous
the previous network we were on was
the previous network we won was nothing.
It was a one-sided relationship.
And then the moment we joined, it was like, hey, what's up? I'm Ro. I'm so and so. I'm from this group and you need help, whatever. Like everybody was just so inviting.
That's
and
cool.
the network, like, I am one of those people to say, like, I am proud as shit to be a part of Red 5.
Oh, absolutely.
Very nice. Very nice. That's nice to hear because, we just got a new member and I'm sure everybody has already reached out to them to say hello and welcome them. And I made the announcement on the Red 5 account. But it's really great. I think, obviously what you guys do, and then obviously having Dragon Buddy join the party, it's fantastic. When I head into your chats, into your shows when you guys are live, I mean, It's I bust a gut every single time. There's no ands, ifs, or buts. Or scuttlebutts. But yeah, you guys, Alan said it before. Although I want to say that you're not like a shoe. You're more like a girdle that fits properly around the waist. Nice and snug,
Pantsless, but yet snug.
Exactly. No wires to mess up your posture. It's you guys are great, man. I love it.
Yeah.
And I have a very unique position being part of this right now, because this is technically, it's only my 13th episode with Don and Brady, and
it feels like way more.
It does. I mean, I had a couple guest appearances before I officially joined, and it was wild because my kid decided to take a job out of any place in Michigan, and it gave us that opportunity to meet Don and Brady, this podcast we had been listening to, and meet them in person. And I really felt we clicked in such a way to where it's like we're the same. And now joining onto it and this being my 13th episode and celebrating 100 episodes with these guys and seeing their history and watching their history for a big chunk of time. And now being part of this Red 5 network, I've never seen a community of people to where that I could really connect with. We like the same things. Genuine people. That I think that's what Red 5 brings is some real genuine people that are we're just out there to just put our content out and do what we do because we enjoy it. And we find our way through that. And it's our way of, I know myself, escaping the trappings of reality and the things that we do day to day. And to be connected with so many people because of you, Ro, it's wild. It's
cool.
It's a wild thing to like when I look at the chat that we all belong to and we're talking in the goofiness of how it bounces everywhere.
Jeez,
and
you ain't kidding.
just to be part of that is a huge thing to say, like, I'm connected with all of these great people, and what you've built is huge from where it started to where we are now. And to every new podcast coming in, I've reached out to Black Spire and good people, and it's just it's amazing to be part of something like that.
Well, that's highly appreciated, but I'm only Nick Fury. You guys are the Avengers, so let's stay on target, as they say. But I wanted to ask you guys: do you guys remember your very first episode, and have you listened to it lately? And what is it like versus what some of your newer material is?
Well,
Did you guys do any different?
It sounds like we sat with one microphone on top of a slate table in a giant ballroom and yelled at each other. But the first episode was on the Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
And in preparation for this show, me being the over preparer that I am, sat in a dark movie theater taking notes. Like what I have, like 6 pages of notes.
It was a lot.
And then when we sat down to do the show, like we went like
line for line,
story fucking beat by story beat, and it was rigid, and it kind of reminded me of some of the podcasts that I hear around our circle that are like new to podcasting. Like there's a certain I don't know if it's naivete or like inflexibility or something that you do like right at the beginning where you're like, I don't want to fuck this up, so let's make sure that we say all the right words.
Sure.
And then after you get 50 60 episodes under your belt, you're like, words are stupid, we're gonna have a good fucking time.
Yeah.
I remember being so scared. Like we drink on the show, like it's just what we do, but like I had to drink to cool my nerves. Like
Mhm.
I'm an outgoing person until you put me in front of people, and then I'm like,
Yeah, he like 2 people, he's the fucking star of the show. But if there's 6 people, he's like, I'll be over here.
yeah. So like I was so frightened, but now it's like we get back to work on Monday. I'm like, dude, I'm ready. Let's go. Like I'm
Yeah.
ready for the show. I can't wait.
That's awesome. I was going to ask all 3 of you guys, what inspired you guys? Was there another podcast somewhere along the line that inspired you and said, you know what? I think we can do this.
Yeah.
Don and Big Lovin', what do you guys think?
Matter of fact, they were the first people we had on our 100th episode tonight.
Yeah.
Dave and Jason of the Sidebar Cantina.
Very
They
nice.
used to be the All Things Star Wars podcast. We showed up for their 100th episode. We drove to Philly, about an 8-hour drive, and we were guests on their 100th episode.
Oh, very
and
nice.
the itch started there. It really started there. We did Star Wars Celebration, and it was like, we need to do this.
Cool.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Ro. Your show started at Celebration, right?
Yes. And speaking of show number 1, our very first show was from all the material here in Chicago. Brad and I, I was ecstatic because Celebration came to Chicago. And I just grabbed a microphone. I started interviewing people. But Dragon Buddy, I was going to ask you the same question because I know, Kelly was saying in the chat that she was a big listener of podcasts, and she, and then you just one day, were witnessing her just cracking up and laughing, and you got curious. But was there another podcast that you started to listen and really got your juices flowing?
I started off with the bigger ones like Joe Rogan and Star Wars Theory, the bigger ones that are out there now. I listened to them, and there was always some part of me that said that I'd love to do that, just to be able to talk about things that I love, and be a part of something bigger. Even if it was 5 people listening, I'm putting something out there. That if one person enjoys or one person could laugh at. And I always wanted to do that. And then, Kelly's going to talk about this story when she comes on about bringing me into this. But it worked out to where her opening up all these little smaller podcasts for me to start listening to. It's hilarious where I was telling her, like, I really want to do this one day. I really want to do this one day. And then all of a sudden, Don and Brady were like, hey, Dragon Buddy, you want to join us? And it was one of those like, wow, I do want to join you guys. Like what you guys are doing, what Dave and Jason were doing, what Scott and Kim were doing, just talking about things that you enjoy, and seeing the chat that being part of it. I enjoy it as well, and to talk about it with you guys, especially after meeting them, it was one of those like, yeah, these are my people. These are 2 guys that I would hang out with on any given day, and I would love to be part of it. And to that's how I got into it. It's crazy to think about now that 13 episodes in, I'm on a podcast that I started off listening to, and pretty wild. And then it's great to be part of something bigger. And like I said, it's opened up a lot of doorways to new friends, and it's great. Absolutely.
That's awesome. Absolutely. So you guys are doing a fantastic job. 100 episodes. Holy moly. I'm going to have to take off because I got to wake up at 4 a.m.
That sounds stupid, but I appreciate you coming by.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, Podfather.
No problem. Take care, you guys, and I'll catch the rest of the show on my 4-hour trip somewhere.
Okay. Thanks
To
for
the outer
bringing us into the Red 5 family, man.
Oh, my
We
pleasure.
appreciate that, Ro. We love being a part of it, dude.
Well, we love all you guys, so thank you very much. This is Rose signing off, and that's the Scuttlebutt, baby.
Oh, he said butt.
I know. I can get away with that one.
All right. We'll see you, buddy.
Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Bye. LG.
Oh, before
Hi,
you go,
friends.
before you play LGs,
Mm-hmm.
you should play Todd's.
Ooh,
Yes,
that's a good idea.
because
Yeah.
BYT is just running a couple minutes behind. Backyard Artist wants to hop in,
Okay.
so he's
Well-
still coming.
We are gonna have you stay with us through having BYT on, because now that you're on, you might as well stay.
All right.
And actually, me and Brady are gonna drop out, and then it's gonna be the Dragon Buddy and Lunar Girl show.
Oh,
shit!
It was just decided in the chat. You have to deal with it.
Oh.
Hey guys, this is Todd from WSDR Galactic Public Access. Just want to wish you guys a happy 100th episode. I know how hard it is to put together a bunch of different podcasts, and to do 100 of them is a pretty big accomplishment. So good job to you guys. Keep up the great work. Can't wait to see you guys again, and I'm so glad you guys are part of the Red 5 family. Take care, and here's to 100 more. Peace!
Thanks, Todd.
Awesome.
Yay, Todd!
You got to hang out with him at Scarif Con.
Yeah, we totally
Last
like.
year.
We all went to a restaurant after Scarif Con, and during Scarif Con, we were all kind of sitting around, kind of still in our
Kind of
own
in
little groups.
Yeah.
And like people were commingling a little bit, but like we had not fostered the friendships that we have now.
Correct.
But like Todd and Aaron and one of the girls, but I don't know remember which one.
Carla or Heather?
I don't remember which one. Like I know
Heather
that there
has
was
the glasses. Carla's from New Jersey.
well, then it was probably Heather, because she's probably from Chicago, right?
I'm not sure.
Me either. Okay, so I know it was Todd and Aaron, and there was a woman with them. It was
Mhm.
either one of the girls or it was one of their wives. I'm not sure.
Right.
But they were across the courtyard, and they came in, they did their stuff, and I'm like, I know those guys. And then I was like, oh yeah, they're the WSTR guys. But we didn't really interact. But then like over like the next like couple of hours, we kind of bumped in a little bit, and then we sat down with Todd at dinner,
Yeah.
and we had a fucking ball with him.
Yeah. He was the cool cat.
Him
He was a real
and
cool cat.
Greg from
Rebel Base Card.
Rebel Base Card.
Yeah.
And the three of us sat down at the end of the table, like the kids' table, and we had a ball hanging out with each other. Like Todd is just an interesting guy. Well, Greg is too. I don't.
Yeah, no, they're
I
both
wouldn't
cool
short
cats.
sell Greg. Like he's really an interesting guy, but like Todd is just like fun, charismatic. Like so to
And
have
he's got cool 501st shirts.
yes, because he's in the 501st.
Because he's in the 501st, yeah.
Yeah, so he's got cool ass shirts.
But like I was like, I enjoyed that whole conversation because it was kind of like hanging out with somebody that has me and Brady's energy. And I know that's not easy for some people to cope with.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, some people are just like these dudes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he was just like, now he is way more PG than we are.
Okay. And
But
that's fine.
but he took all of the solidly rated R stuff like in stride. He was like,
Yeah.
so it was
He's a
super
cool
cool.
cat. He's a real cool cat.
Yeah.
I can't. I'll hopefully we get to see him at Scarif
Yeah,
Con
yeah,
this
yeah.
year.
Well, I mean, it's in his
Oh,
hometown
yeah,
ish.
yeah, I
so,
forgot. He's from there.
Yep. So let's bring in.
Hold on. Before we bring him in,
Okay.
she's got to tell her story.
Yes, tell your story about how Dragon Buddy became this Dragon Buddy.
All right. Well, this goes way back to, let's start in 2019 when my bestie from first grade, Big Swede, said, Kelly, it used to be me and him talking Star Wars all the time. He's like, you gotta watch these dudes. And it happened to be Dave and Jason from the Sidebar Cantina. Now, once I started watching their show, they always talked about their friends Don and Brady starting off this new show called ATSW The Escape Pod. And I'm like, yeah, I got to give that a shot. So I think it was episode 5, maybe episode 4. It was in the early stages when I was still scared of the live chat with you guys. So watched a couple episodes, didn't comment just yet. And then I think it was episode 6 I started talking to you guys. So now we're in what, 2020? And Christopher watches me watching you and the Sidebar Cantina. And he's like, Kel, I don't have time for this shit. I'm an essential worker. Honestly, he worked for like 2.5 months straight without a day off. And I was always like, okay, but just come here and just watch this. This is really funny. Or they're talking about a movie that you really love. And Kel, I'm too busy. I'm too tired. I have to do this. I need to take a shower. I need to get to bed. And then one day he hears me laughing hysterically with you guys. And I'm just there on my cell phone, chat. And he pulls it up on his cell phone and goes out into the living room because, can't Kelly know I'm listening to her. And I hear him laughing and he's snickering. And then it just became a thing. So when was that, DB? Like June-ish?
It was before June, because we were still just coming out of lockdown.
Well, that was June.
But it was, I think it was mid to late May.
Yeah.
When I really
Yeah.
started. I was like, okay, I'll find
Mhm.
I'll find a time to listen to this.
Yeah.
Because it started off with me listening to after the fact while you were
Yeah.
while you were listening live, because I was
Mhm.
coming home
Yeah.
as an essential employee, as like I gotta go to
Mhm.
bed. I am just beat tired. And
Yeah.
and it turning into from the Sidebar and ATSW the Escape Pod.
Mhm.
And listening to those two podcasts, and then came Scott and Kim and
Yes.
Keith with
Mhm.
with the magic packs. I really enjoyed watching him
Mhm.
opening up everything that he was getting into.
I agree with you, and I don't know shit about magic.
Right.
Neither do I.
I back in the day, I never thought it would be as big as it got.
Mhm.
And
Me neither.
Yeah.
Me neither.
And
Keith
now
is interesting because he's Keith. Like it almost doesn't matter what
Keith
he
is the champ. He will
Yeah.
always be the champ.
Yep.
I need another
Mhm.
beer.
You need another beer.
Yeah.
One
and
of
then-
the coolest early memories I have of you guys is before me and Brady had like it sounds stupid to say, but like followers.
Mhm.
Right.
You guys sent us a picture of some awesome thing you had made for Dragon Buddy to eat for dinner, and you guys were going to sit down in the living room. The show was
on the TV,
queued up on the TV.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
And I'm like, bro,
Yes. Because back in the day, you said if you're not a Patreon member and you want to be included in on the escape crate, take a picture of watching our show and post it on your social media, and we'll give you a drawing. And I'm like, yes. So
that deal still stands,
sitting
but
here,
but I
eating my
don't get any
pizza.
pictures.
I remember for the longest time I would hit him up. I'm like, yo, this Luna Girl chick just retweeted our stuff, and her and her husband were fucking sitting there eating dinner, watching our fucking show.
Yeah.
I thought
Every
that was-
Wednesday, you guys. Every Wednesday.
Ask this dude.
No lie.
I thought that was the coolest shit in the world.
We
It was like,
still
we don't
get-
even know who these people are.
Yeah, we still get excited when we find out somebody wants to listen to us talk about something.
Yeah.
Like it,
Every
there's,
Wednesday, you guys.
there is a you guys think that we're giving you something, but we get so much more just from that participation back.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like when we see people pop in the chat and be like, hey man, how's it going? We're like, yes, dude. That's why we do. I mean, we would
Yeah.
still talk to each other,
Yeah.
but there's no reason to record it if nobody's watching.
Right.
But
Yeah.
like that feedback loop is so important. Like it gives us it's fucking Red Bull. It gives us wings.
Fuck yeah.
Right. And it's weird how the universe works to where, our kid decides to take a job in Michigan, and we're planning on uprooting her from like not doing anything but locally stuff to moving her 2 states away.
Mhm.
And it just happens to be the spot where we've been listening to this podcast, and these cool guys that we hook up with and chat with every week on YouTube in a live chat, and to the point of meeting you guys and really hitting it off and having a great day together, to where we are now, to where I can say, like my friends Don and Brady, it's a wild ride to see.
I'll never forget when we left you guys. We're driving away. I'm like, dude, they gave us all this cool shit, and we sold them stickers and coffee mugs.
No, that's what I do. I feel bad because I know BYT's waiting to talk, and I could talk forever, you guys.
Well, we're going to, but let's bring Backyard TARDIS in.
Yeah.
Anybody who doesn't know, on YouTube, there's a show with Nicholas Schaefer called Backyard TARDIS, and he talks about, well, a lot of times he talks about other people's stuff, but sometimes he talks about what he does. He's a locksmith, and he does these great little short shows where he takes you into some weird situation that he wandered into.
Yep.
and it is some of the most fascinating, like Dragon Buddy, he deals with cable installations and stuff. So he walks into, or at least used to walk into just bizarre shit.
He's got me beat.
The stuff that Nick talks about is just fucking fascinating. We're happy to have him on.
Absolutely.
Hey Nick, how you doing?
Hey Nick.
Hey.
Hey Nicholas.
Yeah, I've got so much. Yeah. Right before when I was like asking if I could come on, I was dealing with such a frustrating job. I had a foot doctor that was having me out. He just wanted his place rekeyed. He's at the back door and he's going, I think we need to increase the security on this door. We need to do this. And then he comes to the front door and he's like, can you change it so it's like this? And I go, but that'll decrease the security.
Right.
Okay, yeah, but I like this. And he's like, I'm mostly concerned about the back door. Now, he calls it the back door, but this is a doctor's office where both doors face the street. They're just at different ends of the building.
Right.
What? Like, I'm just sitting there like,
customers are wild, bro.
They are crazy.
And he's a doctor. He's obviously way smarter than me.
Yeah.
Apparently not, dude. Apparently he's just a good test taker.
Yeah.
So,
There's that.
anyways, it's good Lunar Girl's on right now because the escape pod story kind of starts with Lunar Girl because I'm kind of known as the Red 5 super fan, and there's 3 or 4 other individuals that you will see repeatedly if you're going from live stream to live stream that are not part of the Red 5 network, but are like they're listening to all the podcasts, and all of a sudden one day, like out of the blue, it's like Lunar Girl popped up in all of them. Like boom, boom, was like everywhere I went, I saw Lunar Girl. I'm like, okay. Like, is this somebody else that just renamed themselves? And
it's me.
She's omnipresent.
And then she messaged me and she's like, you guys were gonna have her on for the Doctor Who episode, and she mentioned, hey, I know you really like Doctor Who, you got to come check this out. And Red 5 had kind of gotten that way where right at that moment, you guys were Sidebar Cantina, all of you were joining, and it's like it was just growing, and I was like, oh, and I hadn't gotten to it yet, and then so that was my first introduction to you guys was hopping in. Because Lunar Girl said, hey, I'm going to be on this. And I thought, okay, yeah, I'll check it out. And then you had the whole situation with the doctor showing up in the chat.
Magic.
And I'm like, what is this craziness? And I don't know if it was like immediately right after or the next day, but I was like, I got to sign up for their Patreon.
We really appreciate that, by the way.
And and it was like, and then I was hooked. And so then from there, I was like, okay, well, I've been making a mistake here. I gotta, Sidebar Cantina and used and abused, but I gotta sign up for these. And then I messaged Ro, and I'm like, hey, Ro, I've kind of lost touch in your your website hasn't updated yet. Who am I missing?
Right.
Because I was like, great content. And you guys, I think something that Dragon Buddy mentioned a little bit ago when he was talking with Ro, the Red 5 network is people who are real.
Yeah.
And it's like you go on to a lot of these channels and they either get themselves in the rut of being an outrage channel.
Yep.
And then their community won't accept anything else.
Yeah.
Right.
So like they're trying to placate to that. And then you have other people that like they just get in the middle. We have to like everything. We have to gush about everything. And they're not real.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about the Red 5 network is it's just a bunch of people who are real. Sometimes they like it, sometimes they don't, and they don't all agree.
Right.
Yeah.
But they all can be friends.
You can have a dozen podcasts all covering the Book of Boba Fett finale, and you will have a dozen different podcasts right there. None of them are the same.
It's true.
It's very true. And you know, shout out to Ro. He's curated a great group of people. Like, you know, he doesn't just let everybody join the Red 5 network that asks. Like he does his due diligence and he makes sure they're the kind of people he wants around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like you said, like there was one podcast on the network, and I mean, could possibly be still on the network. I don't even know at this point. It's been so long since I saw anything from these particular creators, but they came on, and then they that whole Gina Carano thing happened, and they adopted kind of that rage format. And then they went and did their own thing, and I never see heads or tails of them anymore. Like they just kind of floated away.
Yeah. And that's the thing is you know, being able to be okay with opinions. That's the big thing for me. It's like I don't mind if somebody drops a whole bunch of salt or if they're just gushing over something they love, as long as they're okay with other opinions.
Right.
And, you know, at the end of the day, because it's like, I see people on social media and stuff, they get so upset about something. It's like, you know, if you walked out of The Last Jedi with your best friend and one of you loved it and one of you hated it, you wouldn't just go, well, I'm never talking to you again because you're this about face and walk away.
Yep.
You know, but on Twitter, that's how people treat it. Like they'll be nice to you and all, and then suddenly you have a difference of opinion, and it's like, nope, you're this, and
you're blocked.
You know,
and next thing you know,
like, oh.
That's one of the reasons why Brady and I never discuss politics anywhere near.
Right. And we never fucking will.
No.
I will never fucking allow that.
My best things that happen in the group chat for the escape pod is when Don will be like, you could tell Don was on Twitter and got sucked into what's going on in Twitter for the day and be like, you know, guys, how about this? And Brady will be like, I don't fucking care. And you know I don't fucking care. And you know, Don will be like, yeah, I know you don't care, and I'm not going to make you care. So, yeah, you know, and I think that is what the Red 5 is totally, being part of the chats on the live streams and being the chats for being part of the Red 5. It's a great group of people to where we don't have to agree on everything. We like the core things that we like, and that gives us our similarities, and you know, and our differences just make us see the world in a little different light, and then it's not a bad
That's
thing.
the way we were when we were kids. Like you didn't have the same experiences as the other kids you hooked up with on the playground. You liked a couple of similar things, and you became friends for fucking ever.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's very much the way the Red 5 network works. Like we're all bonded by a few things.
Yeah.
And even when we have a disagreement, those things go, what, you know, like, wow, that guy sees that way. And then we don't debate it. Like, who cares? Like you're that way, I'm this way. But we're this way.
Like that one time when there was the Book of Boba Fett and Lunar Girl was the only red fiber who liked it.
That is
You
the
weren't
truth.
the only
You
Reddit
weren't the
type.
only one. I love the Book of Boba Fett. Yeah, but you got to admit, in the beginning, you were like, "This is an awful lot of sand."
No, that was you.
Oh yeah, it was me.
That was you, Don.
Lunar Girl was the one that like, how could you not all love this?
Yeah.
How can
This
you
is
not
why I
love
love this. Love this.
Are you not entertained?
And I'm over there going, I love it too, babe. You can tell him.
I probably had I had a little bit of a meltdown. I was trying to refrain from talking about it after episode 3 ended. Because like I was checking my blood pressure. I was so angry that they killed off the Tuscans.
Right?
Yeah.
I was like, what did I just watch the last 2.5 episodes?
Did they kill them because all those people were complaining about Tuscans? Because forget them, man. That was cool. Why didn't you kill them?
I did have a moment where I was like, we spent at least an hour and a half getting to know these people, and then they just murked them. You're like, what the
off screen?
Doing?
Off screen, they can't even see it happen.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
And
it was
I
like,
mean, it all worked out, but like in that moment, I was just like, you gotta be kidding me.
and it was like, okay, so we're replacing that, and then I was like, what are we replacing it with? We're replacing it with the Vespa crew.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, oh. And so like I didn't even watch episode 4 at first, and it wasn't until everyone was like DMing me after episode 5, like, I know you said you weren't going to watch, you got to go watch this. And then so I jokingly tell people that it was the Book of Boba Fett was 80% good, 15% awful, and 5% missed potential.
Yeah. No, that's very fair.
Yeah, I like it. It's a good analysis.
And when asked, gunpoint to my head, I will take 80% good any day before I go through the dark ages of when we didn't have Star Wars all the time.
Right.
It's true.
Just give me things I like. It does. You don't gotta knock it out of the park. Everyone, like I go watch the Tigers play baseball. They don't always win, but they're still my team.
You're a Lions fan.
Right.
Yeah, that's where I was gonna go.
Right.
With.
The fact that you
Sometimes they
still even
win.
like football is a huge thing. So
Well, and I became a Michigan fan in the dark ages.
yeah.
Like things weren't good the whole time I was a beginning fan. Like, and I mean, I didn't start watching sports till 2006. I've been over this multiple times. So like Michigan was clearly in their this may never be good again phase. And I'm from Michigan, so the Lions have been we've never been good and probably won't ever.
Right.
And I started watching baseball right after they made their World Series run the last time, and then traded away everybody that was fucking good.
Except for one player.
Except for one dude. So like I'm not used to being one who gets everything that I want. So if I get 80% of what I like, yes, you don't have to win.
Yeah,
just show up and play.
My one sports team is the Sacramento Kings.
Okay.
So I get you there. That they're always like this B tier team. They're never the bottom,
right?
But they never go all the way.
Right.
And every time they start getting a good team, it's like, you know what? A little more practice next year. I think we have it. They trade everybody away.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Never
because the
That's
city
been the
needs money.
Tigers the last 5-6 years. Wow. And I'm a Red Wings fan. So when I started being a Red Wings fan, like it was all about octopuses on the floor, like fucking I'm a Red Wings fan. We do the winning. And then all of a sudden they didn't. And I'm just like, people are like, you watched the game last night? I'm like, no. I can't watch them suck at hockey. Just can't do it. They can't fight and they suck. I just can't.
But it's okay, Don, because remember that time that Matt Stafford went to L.A. to win the Super Bowl for the
You mean
Detroit
when
Lions?
he played for the fucking Detroit Rams? That was so cool.
No, that's not real.
So
We got
another at the escape pod moment that I like, because it's been fun, even though I've kind of been new, being there in the chat and getting some fun things. When you did your Eternals review, and I made it. You know, I kind of put my state on it. I don't like the Eternals in the comics, and I don't like. I'm not a fan of Guardians of the Galaxy. And so I asked you, what would you recommend to me? And your recommendation was everybody go see it in theater unless your name is Backyard TARDIS. and you must have said that at least another dozen times before the podcast was over.
I was serious. I was like, you are not going to have a good time. Do not go see this movie.
I didn't watch it until last weekend.
Oh, yeah? Was I right?
So I'll come back. I was not offended by it as much as I thought I would be. Because to me, like, looking at all the marketing, looking at the show, like, I just thought, like, this is just going to be, like, complete, goofy, silly, slapstick.
Yeah,
I'm not going to like it. It wasn't that. And I actually liked it better than the Guardians of the Galaxy. Because my big thing with the Guardians of the Galaxy is, you have in, like, comics, you have, like, different tiers. Like, you have, like, the Defenders, like the Netflix show. In the comics, like, those are the street level guys. You don't have them come out when aliens are attacking.
Right.
You have the Avengers for that. But then when it's like a galactic scale, that's supposed to be the Guardians of the Galaxy, and they're losers compared to the Avengers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
But they're like in the comics, they're always facing Galactus and Thanos and all this stuff, and it's like it bugs me for whatever reason. It bugs me, and I knew I wasn't going to like it in live action. And everyone got excited about it, and I'm like, "Are you kidding me? The Guardians?" And so, but I actually really thought that they did a good job with the Eternals.
Yeah, they made the source material.
However, it just doesn't. To me, the one thing is, I will say, it doesn't feel like it fits.
Right.
Like you put the Eternals next to an Iron Man show. Like you can put like Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yeah.
And as all multiverse and weird as that gets, it still feels like an MCU movie.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Right.
But Eternals feels like a different franchise.
Yep. It kind of feels to me a little bit like the Fantastic Four movies felt under, is it Sony that made those?
I don't remember, but I think you're pretty close.
But they
No,
don't.
it's Fox.
Yes, Fox. But they don't feel like they exist in the MCU. They're definitely in their own. Like that story feels like it should be told as a standalone property, and not insinuated that it's part of that core MCU phase storyline.
Yeah, it just kind of feels like you're trying to make, like if they tried to say, well, Narnia is part of the MCU.
right.
It's an okay story. It's just it doesn't feel like it fits, and like it's in the same universe where, Iron Man and Thor are running around and Hulk and
right. Yep. That was really close to the time we first started interacting with you, and I knew right off Jump Street, I was like, this guy's gonna be pissed if he goes to see this at the movie theater. It's not gonna hit well for him. But at least you were able to find a way to enjoy it later on.
Yeah, no, it's it wouldn't have been a movie I would have, like, especially right now. Like it's here in California, going to the movies is a chore right now.
Is it?
Right.
Yeah, like the movie theaters you can only go book 2 days in advance.
Oh.
Oh, geez.
Because you don't know if the movie theater will be open.
Right.
Wow.
And and then like the show times are sporadic, like because they have to do full cleaning of the thing in between, and then there's like isolated seating. So when you go in, you're in this room that's designed to seat like 150 people, and they got 25 people in there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how they make money being open.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, here in the Midwest, like people are like just walking by licking each other's elbows. So
Yeah.
Same here in the
Like-
Northeast.
like-
PA.
Yeah,
Gavin
COVID's
Newsom
gone in
isn't
the
taking care of
Northeast.
us, so it's just
So
like
yeah, here in California, we still got to make use of these things.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
yeah,
wear-
right
we-
there, buddy.
Here in
That's-
Northeast
that's a
PA,
good
we
mask.
wear
That's a
our
good-looking
mask
mask.
into our seat, and then some 10-year-old comes over in the middle of the movie and goes on
yeah.
you, and then runs past. So
Right.
that's basically how that works.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because science.
Yeah. We still wear our masks, but we also
I-
get dirty looks. But
I do
I
want to
did
thank
right
you.
up until the CDC was like, well, maybe you're vaccinated, good enough, and I'm like, you know what? Yeah, good enough. But you know what? Without making any weird points, like you have an immunocompromisation, so that's a completely different story. than-
Yes.
Yeah, like if I had that going on within my family, like
yes.
Yeah.
I'd be messed up.
I mean, I'm not licking people's elbows or nothing, but
he's looking
Yeah.
at
Well,
butts.
like that's my thing. Like my job has me going into like senior homes and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I just, but it's like we said with the Red 5 Network. People today are too extreme.
yeah.
People shouldn't be getting dirty looks because they wear a mask, and people shouldn't be like getting up in somebody's face because they're not wearing a
Because they
mask.
didn't.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because it's supposed to be America where you can protect yourself or maybe not. Or, I mean, like, 10 months ago, 15 months ago, when we were like, I don't really know what this thing is. Like, that was completely different than now. Now it's more like, if you need armor, put it on. If you don't, then good deal.
Yeah.
Actually,
That-
it was 2 years ago on Friday the 13th, which was a full moon, and that's when lockdown happened.
True.
That's when lockdown started. So it
I
was
remember
2
like,
years ago.
everybody still being like, even the people that later on poo-pooed it, everybody at that time was like, what the
no.
fuck?
Yeah.
This is going on. Yeah.
And that raises an interesting point back to the, this is the 100th episode of this show. We birthed this show
Just
right before lockdown.
Right
Yeah.
before lockdown.
So we had all these plans about what this show was going to be or how it was going to look, or, we were going to do movie reviews and we were going to go out. And then all of a sudden there was no movies
Yeah.
for a long time.
Yeah, what the show was going to be to what it is now was completely rerouted because of COVID.
Yeah.
Right.
We
So, like, for me, when I created like the Backyard TARDIS name and all that, that was me gearing up. I have a buddy. We were going to start a podcast, and that was going to be the name of it. We were just going to review old sci-fi shows.
Okay. Nice.
And then all his kids became homeschool students.
Yeah.
And
that sounds horrible.
so he's got three kids from grade school, junior high, and high school. And he was working from home, and all of a sudden my like job just like it tripled my workload, and was like, okay, well that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Right.
But we're still someday. But I've been doing that. I'm not like you guys. I'm not at 100. I think I dropped earlier today. I dropped my episode 15 of my podcast.
Yeah.
I remember 15, bro. It'll happen. I remember 15. It'll happen.
I recorded it back in November.
Oh my God. I don't remember that.
And then life like just got really bad for a little bit there. and hospitals and all that kind of stuff and just craziness going on. And I was like, I just couldn't bring myself to make a thumbnail and write a description.
I will say,
But
like, I can relate to you, Nick, on a lot of things that you do because I mean, I'm a supervisor now, so I don't do as many installs as I used to. But going into people's houses and stuff, and there are still times where I'm like, a high goat? How did you run into a goat that is high? Like that, the stuff that pops up in your stories are just so unique.
I was in the middle of nowhere, and these guys, these pot growers, just had this bike there that they had lost the keys to, and I'm doing it, and all of a sudden, like, they're like, they yell, "Oh!" And I'm like, and they're like, I'm like, what? And he's like, the goat broke into the greenhouse, and this goat just comes out like just wigged out, like it's just been chowing down on a weed.
Goes like, so what's up, man? You're like,
and it's just screaming, yelling.
So good.
The goat can hear colors.
I don't think I've ever seen a goat with its eyes look like a chameleon.
That had me dying when you were talking about that. It was just hilarious. Where it was like, I've seen some crazy stuff where, I'm going into people's houses. I'm like, I've never seen that. That is the best thing ever. I cannot stop laughing over this.
Seen a high
And then the guys, like, they're asking me what to do because they're high. Like, I don't know. I board it up.
Right? Like, how does one deal with a high goat?
First thing you need to do is make him stop looking at me because it's very offsetting.
Just like that one guy in the Adam Sandler movies.
Yeah.
Was it Steve Buscemi?
Yes.
But that's I get. There's when you go into people's homes, like there's so many different strange things that you'll get, and there's so many just the lack of the lack of any form of shame.
Right.
It's like we have somebody come over to do something, and my wife's like, "We got to do a deep clean of the house." And we live out in the country, dogs track printly, and she's freaking out the whole time. And I'm like, "Don't worry about it. No, seriously, don't worry about it. Our house is clean."
I say that all the time. Kel, you have no idea what I have seen today. Our house is fine. In fact, it's better than fine. It's perfect for what I walked into today.
Right. When you walk into somebody's house and you can smell smells that have been there for decades, you're just like, what the or like the worst is when somebody invites you to come hang out that you're just kind of knowing, and then you show up into their house and it smells like somebody like left a steak behind the couch in 1954.
Oh wow. I've experienced that.
You're just like, I really value our friendship, but I think we should hang at my house next time.
Yeah.
Well, and then you get the whole, I'm just moving in. Bullcrap. 5 years ago.
Your couch hasn't been moved to vacuum in at least 12 years. You've been here a minute.
Right.
Oh yeah. It's when everywhere has like thick sludge.
Oh.
Yeah.
When we bought our first house, we didn't get to go in one room of the house because it was like a care home. And they're like, well, that lady's in there sleeping, so we're not going to bother her. So we buy this house, that room somewhat sight unseen. When we took ownership of the house, we walked in there, and there was so much nicotine on the wall, you could scrape it off with a putty knife.
Ew!
It was like honey. Like,
dude.
Something that's like super common is people will have a dog room,
Oh yeah.
And people with little dogs, they won't have like dog kennels or anything, so like they'll go to work or whatever, they'll put their unpotty trained little dogs in this room and lock the door. And the rest of the house will be fine. It'll be clean, it'll be nice, but like there'll be one room where it's just been like the last 5 years of the dog going to the bathroom on his carpet.
Yeah.
And never being cleaned up. Like they just leave it. They're like, this room is trash, and you open that door and it just hits you.
Yeah.
In that hot
'Cause-
California heat. Nah, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
So it's it's an adventure, and it's
It's
some
one
of
of
the
those
ones
things that makes you like your job and hate your job at the same time. You know, the different things that you can see is amazing. Is an amazing thing. I have seen some crazy things that are not too far from where I live, that are some of the coolest things that I have ever seen, and also some of the grossest things that I have ever seen, not too far from my house.
Yeah.
Gross. Well, I know that we could sit here and shoot the old for a long time. But I wanna get to, we're gonna talk to Lunar Girl a little bit about where this next phase of the show is kind of going. So thanks for coming and hanging out with us, Nick.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
thanks, dude.
That,
cool
like
to
I
catch
said
with you guys,
before,
and
that
really enjoy your
Dr. Who show's
podcast.
coming soon.
Yes, yes.
Bye, BYT.
See you guys.
Hey, buddy, thanks for coming.
Later, dude.
See you, man.
Nice. That was really cool. That was a surprise. We didn't have Nick on the plan, but it was good to hang out with him. He's a good dude.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Kelly,
yes.
Just starting out, you've got a little list of what we've got coming up in the near future.
Yes, I do. Would you like me to inform the chat?
Would you please?
Absolutely. We're going to start off with Tuesday, March the 22nd. Dragon Buddy and Don will be discussing Assassin's Creed with the Mandalorian on Galaxy of Queers. Yes, you're going to be special guests. It's going to be a pre-recorded show, and everybody tune in on Tuesday the 22nd. Usually it premieres at 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time.
Yep.
On Wednesday the 23rd, we have the Batman Roundtable right here on the Escape Pod. That will feature special guest Sean Tall, Joker voice, and Steve from Rogue One Radio.
This is gonna be so fun. This movie,
oh yeah.
I mean, without getting into it, this movie is amazing.
Yeah, see the movie before you watch the show because it's going to be good stuff.
It's gonna be all
It's gonna be
spoilers
great.
for
Yeah, we're gonna
probably a
get
couple
gross with the
hours.
So many spoilers.
We're not
So
even gonna be like our review. Like, if you want a spoiler-free review, yes. The answer is yes.
Yes.
Yes and yes. And yes.
If you want to know anything else, go watch the movie first.
Yeah. If you've played the Arkham games, they made a movie about it.
Yeah, they did. Yes, they did.
And then the following week on Wednesday, March the 30th, right here on the Escape Pod, you boys will be speaking about Atom Project.
Yes.
Which DB keeps trying to get me to watch, but I'm not a movie chick, so
I have not seen it yet.
Do it. Do it, Don.
I'm gonna watch it this weekend.
It's so good.
It was
I'll
on my
watch it
plan.
before the 30th.
It was on my plan last weekend, but to be fair, Elden Ring. Elden Ring.
All right,
You need
you
to
get
let
a
it go.
pass for Elden Ring from me. I don't know
So-
about Brady.
No,
but
he
I
needs
will
to
give you a
fucking
pass.
frozen that shit and let it go.
Elden Ring is one of the coolest games. Well, okay, the last time I played a game that had me kind of on fire like this was Metroid Dread. And that was what, 4 months ago?
Oh,
5 months
so
ago.
long ago.
I mean, they turn out new video games every week.
Yeah, but they're not all gold, buddy.
Yeah, I know, but like we're talking 20 plus weeks ago, 25 weeks ago, probably. Like, and
My son is questioning Elden Ring.
Elden Ring, you say? It's if you like Dark Souls, it's Dark Souls open world.
Ooh, that does nothing for me.
It's
like I
hard.
said, a pass from me, but that was last weekend. Adam Project.
Adam Project.
Adam Project.
Make that shit happen.
It's gonna happen this weekend because I got to.
I might watch it again.
Oh, I'm gonna.
Well,
going to
Don,
watch
you
it
kind
again.
of have to because you're doing a show about it.
And
on the
Lunar
30th,
Girl is
so-
going
I'm
to
gonna
watch
touch
it whether she likes it or not.
I know Lunar Girl's telling us all this, but I'm gonna ask you every week what our show is.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
That's what I'm here for, you guys. That's what I'm
But
here for.
this is a nice preview for the folks that are hanging out with us.
Elden Ring, you see, my
Absolutely.
son said Dad would bust a blood vessel before finishing.
Yeah,
it.
there's no fucking way. It's
It's not my realm.
Oh,
It's not my world, man.
there's no year after the end of it.
What the fuck does that mean?
It's not fucking 2K.
Shut the fuck up. Nobody likes you.
Brady needs to get smacked
Listen,
with a
there's
frozen
been
Snickers.
many times that I
Snickers.
side with
Fuck
Brady on a
everybody
lot
in
of
this-
things. However, Don has a point here.
Fuck you. Fuck you. If you're
Not
thinking
me,
about
I'm
it,
cool.
Fuck you.
Elden Ring 2K22, fucking playing it.
Oh shit, I would play that. Elden Ring 2K.
Yeah.
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 I got the double spice burrito.
Oh,
Magnificent.
dude, he would fuck that game in the mouth.
Oh my god, with my hot sauce. Should be delicious.
Hot sauce.
What's up after Adam Project? Elden Project.
Yes. Again on Tuesday, April the 5th, all three of you guys are going to be special guests on the Mandalorian show talking
Again.
about the movie Batman Forever on Galaxy of Queers on YouTube.
I'm really intrigued, Mr. Batman,
Yes.
to when this show happens,
Uh-huh.
your opinions.
I
about the
love
show.
that.
Yes.
It's bad, but I
I'm
love
going
that
to
movie.
reserve my feelings on all of this movie until we actually go and talk about
Yeah, no, I'm this
It's-
guy right here. Watch, just watch him.
It's nice to meet you.
My son said I.
It
treat
is
you
very-
like a hooker.
Cool.
Everyone, cool out.
Get to the refrigerator.
Get to the refrigerator.
Now, before we step too far away from that, since we're picking on poor Arnold, if you are not familiar with Mr. Freeze as a Batman character, look up, and I believe it's available on Hulu, all of the Batman animated
Yes.
series, or is that HBO Max?
HBO Max has the animated
HBO
series.
Max.
Yeah.
Look up the episode Heart of Ice.
Yes.
If that episode of a Batman cartoon doesn't break your fucking heart, you're not a human being.
It's true. I'll give you that. It's
Lunar
true.
girl,
Yes.
carry on.
Thank you. And then the final show that I have written down for you guys, Wednesday, April the 6th. Oh, yes, it's ladies' night. Oh, what a night.
Oh, what a night.
Oh, what a night. You guys are giving me the keys to the show, and
Yes.
all you guys are going to be hanging out in the chat. We're going to have my sisters on. We're going to have Chantal. We're going to have Nicole from Rogue One Radio. We're going to have Amanda from Galaxy of Queers. We're going to have Tina, who will always be Zori Blissful to me.
Always.
And we're
Always.
always. I will always call Tina Zori Blissful because that's
Now-
how I first know her.
You know,
And one more, we have Belzora Hollow. And
yes, she's
we
great.
are gonna rock this pod.
Really cool thing about Tina, like she showed up as Zori Blissful in our orbit, and she was around, and then one day she just became Tina, and we
Yeah.
just got to meet Tina, not the persona that she put on, but just Tina, and I was like, I fucking like this chick.
Yeah.
Right?
Tina is Zori.
She's just fantastic. Like at one point, I was like, "Is this somebody different?" No, it's the same chick.
I just fucking found out that Zori Blitzful and Tina were two different fucking people this week.
No, they're one. They're all the same.
No, that's
They're-
what I meant.
That's what he
That's how
said.
fucked
It was
up I
like,
am.
hey, is Tina and Zori the same person? We were like, yes. And he was like, I fucking knew it.
I was excited to figure that shit out.
Yeah. It just, she was just one of those people that, like, once she came around, she became like instantly part of the group. Like, you're like, oh, this person can hang with us.
Yeah.
Right.
She brought the drinks.
And not everybody has that where they just like mesh right into the group and just and so thank you, Tina, for being Tina.
Yeah.
And
Or for being Zori Blissful.
yeah, I'm happy that you're gonna help carry on the tradition of ladies' night. And I'm also happy that we get to pass the torch on to you and let you host the show, because it's really not a show about us.
It's true.
Right.
It's true.
We're gonna talk all about being nerd girls, growing up nerd girls in a man's world, and then we're gonna talk about some of our what?
It's a man's world.
It's man's
He was
world.
trying to sing and it was
Oh,
fucking
okay. Get your shit together. Snickers.
Oh, wait. Knickers. Get your shit together with Knickers.
Knickers. Don't say the Astor, it's copyright.
Fuck you. Give us a sponsorship and you'll get the S for the
That's right. You can
sponsorship.
get the S for just a few dollars.
Or just give us free Snickers.
Oh, that'd be dope.
Oh, shit.
Well, that way every show I'll eat one.
Yeah, like
shit is
just
together.
like a big tub of one of those, like with the little mini Snickers that just have the one letter on them. We should just like, whomp.
Oh.
I want a full bar.
Oh, you want the full bar?
A little thing ain't gonna
All
do
right.
me.
All of the caramel, all of the nuts, all of the nougat.
All of the nougat.
All of the nougat.
Oh,
I
so
like
nice.
nougat. Where do you guys stand on nougat?
I'm a
I can't
nougat lover.
decipher it. When I eat a Snickers, I don't know. I've never had nougat on the.
I am a
on
Three
whole.
Musketeers lover.
Right.
I love the nougat.
I love a Three Musketeers. That's all nougat with some
All
chocolate.
nougat.
on it.
I'm not a Three Musketeers. guy.
I know it has something to do with egg whites, and I really don't care because it's fucking delicious.
Right. So nougat is a component for you, not a feature.
Well, that's just stupid.
On its face, I think you're an idiot. Yeah, you're right.
But when you put it all together, I'm okay with it.
Fucking genius.
Fuck.
So, Snickers brings us Lunar Girl to get us back on track.
True story.
Yeah.
All right, so ladies' night coming up. What did you
Ladies'
say it
night.
was? April 6th?
6th.
April the 6th.
What a day. That sounds great.
Yes.
gonna be
Yes.
Yep.
Very fun.
We're gonna have a blast. We're already planning it. We have a little ladies' night Twitter thread that we can all be on all on the
We're
same
gonna hang out
page.
in the
And
studio.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
gonna be in the studio. We'll have some drinks. We'll be in the chat.
Oh.
We'll be watching.
Oh, hell
guys, don't forget to give yourselves blue wrenches.
Oh yes.
Yeah, you
Hey,
gotta
somebody has
give
to.
yourselves
Somebody's
blue
gotta.
wrenches.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. I mean, unless you want me to blue wrench while I'm hosting, I
Well, you
can
know
try.
what?
Blue wrench
Now
girl
that I think about
will
it,
be
I
busy.
think that you're going to have to imbue blue wrenches on us because you will be in control of the feed, and I don't think two people can.
That's true.
Oh, well, let's test it out right now. What if I do that? What does
And
that
that's when
do?
the whole feed explodes.
I got a star.
Fucking you
I
got
gave you a star. I don't know how to do anything else. What did I do?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Something.
You got a
something.
star.
Hell
You're a
yeah.
star-bellied sneak.
I'm a man,
Wow.
bro.
There's stars on theirs.
I'm the
I
man.
don't know how to. Does it start?
We
I
got
don't
we
know
got
what
some
I
time to
do.
figure it out.
Yeah,
we
you
got
just,
some time to
you
figure
just
it out.
roll with it. But Brady from here on out has a star.
It's fucking wonderful,
Should I
whatever
take
it
the
is.
star off of Brady? Brady is my star. Brady
No.
is sunshine to me.
Yay!
Yay!
I
Brady
might be
sunshine.
the lunar moon girl, but Brady is sunshine.
There's no sunshine when you're gone.
Ain't no sunshine when she gone. Little DMX.
So, in conclusion, because you guys have been so great, I don't know if it's as clear to the audience as it should be, but since Dragon Buddy came on the show and Lunar Girl started kind of managing our social media and some of our online presence, the quality of this show has been elevated in a way me and Brady couldn't do it on our own.
Tis true.
So we would be remiss to not reach out and say thank you guys for everything you bring to the show.
Well,
Hell
thank you guys for being you, because you
That
got
was
us
easy.
through a really rough year.
Yeah,
and then we stuck around.
that was something that I wanted to bring up too. Everybody who's been part of this community for 2 years now has been part of this community during 2 of the worst years that any of us have ever experienced.
Hell yeah.
And without all of you, I don't know how well I would have coped with what we just went through.
I said this on Twitter that, this pandemic, if anything, brought us a group of people to which we feel like we belong, friend-wise, that I don't think without this crazy pandemic crap, we would have ever have met.
Agreed.
And it's funny that, these things can happen, and it's almost like it's meant to be, to where, we're exactly where we're supposed to be right now. And I thank you guys. I thank Ro for bringing you guys into the Red 5, and then in turn bringing all of the things that we listen to into the Red 5 to where we are right now. That it's a crazy world we
And you
live in.
thank your wife, Lunar Girl, because without her, you never would have watched these podcasts to begin with.
And then somehow I would like to thank how I found myself listening to a podcast. I'm not quite sure how I found that way, but yeah, Lunar Girl, the glue to the Red 5 and to the Sidebar Cantina fam and everything else that honestly you keep us all together, you keep us all in touch with each other, and knowing what's going on. That you are a big part of this, babe.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's fun for me. This is my fun.
Awesome.
You are part of the core
mature.
infrastructure that makes this a better workplace. It's a fun workplace.
Happy fun time.
Happy fun time. This
Happy
is the
fun
word that
time.
you can label as happy fun time.
I mean, you really are part of what makes I don't know how much the rest of the Red 5 members feel like you've improved their experience as podcasters, but it's made a huge difference to us.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
So, pat yourself on the back because you're way over there.
This
We
is
rock,
just
Red
we
5
all
rocks,
have
and
our
LG
jobs.
rocks.
Yes.
We all have our jobs, and this is just my part of it. So
Well, hopefully in
it's-
2
it's a
years
pleasure.
we're celebrating the Lunar Girl and Dragon Buddy show.
No.
Oh shit. Hell yeah.
I feel
I still can't do that.
She says
feel
no,
like-
but she really means yes.
No, I say no, but I no.
I feel like
podcast
April
is a
6th
booth on
might
the
change
back.
that.
I have my podcast, A Booth in the Back, which my co-hosts Don and Brady do with me from the end of August all through January. So it's fun enough for me.
Okay, you say that now.
For now.
For now. I have one more clip to show, and it's not because it's You know, it's not like, oh, this is the clip to end them all. It's just this is how we sign in and you know how we sign out. So let's say goodbye to all you friends, and we'll see you guys next week. And a little bit of clickety clank.
Clankety clank.
Clankety clank.
Clankety clank, bitches.
Be good, kids, and good night.
What's up, everybody? I'm Big Lovin, and this is Don DellaSnooch. And these two fucks are Dave and Jason from a Gen X point of view. Welcome to episode 33, Saturday Morning Cartoons.
Clinky clink, bitches.
This podcast is part of the Red 5 Network. For more Red 5 Network podcasts, visit red5network.com.